Hello, hello, hello. It is not Thursday night, but it is my birthday. And what better way to spend my birthday? You know, a lot of people call me to say, hey, it's your birthday. Will you please come? Let me take you out to dinner. We have a we want to plan a party for you. I said no. I told them to F themselves right in the A. I said, I'm going to go on YouTube instead. Hello, Eva23, first in the room. Hello, Keith. Oh, Keith thought he was the first one. At least according to my logs, it was Eva23. Happy birthday to you too, Nick. Well, whatever. You know what? Whenever someone says something nice, you just want to say it back. You old bastard. Happy not birthday to you young whippersnapper. You young bastard. How's everyone doing? Happy birthmas. I like that. It's almost that time of year, right? Having a pretty good birthday. It's been a pretty low-key birthday. I've actually done a lot of choring today. It's probably the most choringest birthday I've ever done. We put my puppy Millie. Yesterday we took her to because I've taken the whole week off, so I could just have a week off. And we decided we would drop Millie off yesterday for a 2-night stay in her little pet motel. That she really likes it there. She gets excited when we take her there. Like when they take her to the back room, she gets all excited to go see the other dogs. So we feel good about that. Today was your niece's birthday as well. It's a big time for birthdays. Let me see. It's what was 9 months ago? February? Do you think it was like a late Valentine's Day? for all the people who like, they're like, oh honey, I'm sorry, I'm busy on Valentine's Day, but let's do it next weekend. And then somehow it all worked out. And then 9 months later, on November 19th, a bunch of people were born. So yeah, we had a nice, what ended up happening is I kept thinking of all the stuff I could do without Millie being here. So I did stuff like, my room has been a mess since we got her. We have all these metal fences everywhere. And so the theme of this week has been doing things so we can get rid of the fences. So I had this like small plastic trash can that I've had fenced off, and I went and got like a big metal trash, a big like steel, nice inside trash can, not like an outside Oscar the Grouch trash can, but a big trash can. And I got it here to replace my old one. So when she comes back, I don't have to have it fenced off, but she's not getting to knock it all over, get into it. And we got the back corner. I don't know when I had my cam going without the green screen, you might have seen I had a whole fenced off area over there. And because that's where my hamper and my closet and everything was, that just ended up becoming a huge mess because it was like hard to get back there. So I had like laundry. I'd throw laundry like basketball, just like throw laundry and it would bounce it off and it was one of those collapsible hampers. So it's just like, it just collapsed. So I got a nice hamper too. Like a bamboo, decent sized hamper. That's coming. I'm all excited. When I was younger on my birthday, I used to be excited about PlayStations and shit like that. This year, I was excited about my new trash can, my new hamper. Hello there, Jay Maxey. Or thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Sky James, thank you. It's your birthday too. Well, happy birthday. Look, this for you too. Happy birthday. Here, I'll do the happy birthday for James. There you go. That one is for you, Guy James. Happy birthday. Sometimes I'm silly. Sure I am. Hello, the gamesman. Flabby Girth Day. It's always a Flabby Girth Day for me. Why is my head turning invisible? I swear there's not a hole in my head. I was just messing with my chroma key filters. I thought I got this whole... Why is my head so shiny to begin with? That's what the problem. My head's too shiny. Alright. There we get rid of the... Okay. Alright. Okay. I think I'm going to have a big outline around me now. But that's okay. It's better than having a hole in my head. That's something a man with a hole in his head would say. And oh my goodness, you guys, I've been so excited about like games this week too. Anti-Sheen party hat. Yeah, I need to get like if the light hits me just right, I get the hole back in my head. I need to get like you can put powder and stuff on your head so it doesn't shine, right? It's like makeup, some kind of powder. I don't know, talcum powder, some kind of makeup powder. Should look into that. You got a sweater? Let me see. My wife got me a hoodie that says, "Emotional support human, please don't pet." And it's for me to wear when I walk Millie, my dog. She doesn't like it when people come up to me. And then she basically got me stuff. She got me like a nice beanie, and she got me these gloves that they're mittens, but you can undo them and then have your fingers, like your fingertips exposed. So that way I can keep my hands warm. But if I need to grip stuff or use my actual fingers when I'm walking her, it's walking Millie was my theme for my birthday this year. A bit rub some meth on my forehead. That might wake me up too. That's the other thing that we did today is there's this place in Portland. What's it called? I forget. I think it's called Big's Chicken. And it's like a fried chicken. I think it's got like a Creole theme to it. Anyway, it's not just fried chicken, but it's one of their specialties. And I got this, and I had it like an hour and a half ago. I got this jerk chicken sandwich. Jerk is like a seasoning, like sauce. I never ordered it before, and I don't know if it's always as hot as this, but you guys know I can handle some heat, right? I thought I was gonna die. I mean, still like the sandwich, but it was traumatic. So that's probably gonna come back to haunt me. Maybe even during this stream. There may come a point during the stream I'll just be sitting here, and I'll be like, "So what?" And then all of a sudden you'll see me go. Sorry. I don't need that. A P. Diddy headband to soak up the sweat. There you go. More mellow birthdays are nicer. Yeah. Just didn't you see the lead up to that? I was talking about the super spicy sandwich that I had for dinner. That was me preparing you. So you'll understand if something like that occurs during the stream a little bit later, you'll know it's the spicy sandwich. You won't be too worried. Because it may come on all at once. I'll just be like, la la la, play the game, whatever. And then all of a sudden you'll see me go, la 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 la. I don't know. Now I know why it calls it jerk chicken. I think they should have called it asshole chicken. Because it slapped me around like a bitch in my mouth. Hello, Alali. It's birthday party time. That's right. But it's a smooth jazz birthday. It's a kind of low-key birthday. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing today. Let me see. So, I know I shouldn't buy more games because I never finished the games that I have. But I did buy a game for myself today. I got Metaphor Refantasio. I had my eye on it for a little while, but I wasn't sure if I could get past the anime theme. So I downloaded the demo yesterday. And it's really the demo, I'm 10 hours into the demo. And then I decided I'm just going to buy this thing. I'm going to buy it. Like, I don't need it. So I didn't even finish the demo, but I put 10 hours into it. So if you're ever curious about the game, you just want to see what it's like to play it. Demo is free on Steam. Runs great on Steam Deck. I should play Torn for myself, but the only Torn video that I have is the one of me singing. So, and thank you for that, by the way, Nick. I did listen to that earlier. I haven't responded to anyone on Facebook yet. I usually like to wait until like my birthday, either the very end of my birthday or in the morning, and then I like everyone. I go down and go like. Thank you, Brad. And thank you, Lapis Lucas. I don't know if you heard, Brad, but I just said I bought, for my birthday, I bought Metaphor Refantasio. Are you familiar with that little title? I was all torn today because I've been really feeling like the JRPG itch. And I had to tear myself away from Icarus. I'm actually still really into Icarus, but I also was like, I can just suck a whole day into Icarus. Like, I played it over the weekend. And it's just like, and I'm gonna lie, I got electricity in my place now. I have a refrigerator. It's nice. But still. Well, I wasn't sure. Do you think I should play Metaphor? So, here's the thing. Have you ever heard of a game called Romancing Saga 2? Revenge of the Seven? I never heard of it. It was a series that originally was never in the United States. And I was torn for the last day and a half about which one to get. Metaphor looks like it's obviously the higher production value game. But Romancing Saga 2 is like got 1,500 overwhelmingly positive, and so I was looking at it, and it's a little more janky, but it looks really interesting. So I was playing the demos for both of them, and then at a certain point I was just like, that the demo for Metaphor just sucked me in. Like, I got emotionally attached to it, so I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna play this. They're not for me? Okay, tell me, Brad. Tell me why they're not for me. You're gonna friend me on Facebook just to wish you happy birthday? Then unfriend you. Oh, okay. That's fine. I'm doing okay, except for the chicken jerk sandwich that I had for dinner was really spicy, and it may be a problem earlier. I warned everyone else already. I won't reenact the warning signs that you should watch for. I don't think you'd appreciate it. Happy 30th birthday? I think cowbell will make the birthday more awesome and low-key. Cowbell? You're referring to Pipecock? The Don't Fear the Reaper is the cowbell song. You have a fridge too? But do you have a fridge in Icarus? Because when you start off making stone tools and then later you have a refrigerator, it's a real feeling of accomplishment. I got a modern stove in there, an electric stove. I can make pies now. I don't have ingredients to make many different kind of pies, but I can make berry pies, fruit pies. They're good. Oh, okay, Brad. They're just weird and unintuitive. You'd enjoy them for about 3 hours and then get disenchanted. Okay, I have heard that now they said that this is a remake of the second one. That's supposed to be like pretty well tutorialized, at least compared to the rest of them. But it still may. I mean, there are people that say it's still like true to the series. So whatever comes with that, comes with that. Brad, dude, I feel like there's a lot of regret floating around in here right now. Despite assurances to the contrary. I don't even know who that is. Lizard? What are we talking about? Lizards now? Oh, is there a lizard in the fridge? I gotcha. I see that. I have a prescription for more cowbell. Hello, Stone. Good. So, yeah. And then it's here's the problem though, too. Is tomorrow Stalker 2 is coming out. I'm fairly certain I'm going to end up getting it. But one of the things that I really wanted to do this weekend, this is a 2-week my vacation, is to find a good turn-based JRPG. And I tried getting back into Dragon Quest, and it's a good game, but I can't. It doesn't click. Maybe someday it'll click. I tried. I played, but it's not clicking. That's why I was looking at these other options. And Metaphor ReFantazio is pretty good. Now, the thing I wasn't sure about is, I don't know if you guys would be interested in watching me play Metaphor ReFantazio. Or if you guys are enjoying watching me play Icarus. You get back into Bravely Default 2? Maybe not tonight. That's the thing. I think about Bravely Default 2, and then I remember how frustrated I got by it. And then I go, Like I feel like I got kind of far into that too. Metaphor ReFantazio? Yeah, and it's never really been on sale that much, has it? I got it, I bought it through the Humble Store. I played the demo for 10 hours, but then I bought it through the Humble Store because most games in the Humble Store, when you have the Humble Choice, that subscription that I have, you get 15% off most games, including most new games. Not all, but most. And so I was able to get it for like $59 or something. So I still paid a pretty penny, but it was my birthday. I tortured myself about it for like 2 days. And then on my birthday, I said, it's my birthday. The only thing I got really the big, last couple of years I've been getting Quest headsets for my birthday. And I did use my Quest. That was one thing. I played Beat Saber this morning. I used my Quest. That's something that's hard to do when Millie's around. But so we put Millie in a pet motel for 2 days for my birthday. So I'm doing VR. I played Asgard's Wrath 2, which came with my Quest 3, which I got a year ago. But I never tried it until yesterday. It's good times. And howdy, Ethan. Howdy. Howdy. Yeah, there's a bunch of games I'm interested in, but I got really excited. And I played the demo for Metaphor ReFantazio, and I just got immediately, like the music and the art style and everything, immediately I was like, this is good. This is a good game. And at first but it's still like anime. You know how I am about anime shit. So I was like, I don't know. I have to wait and see, but I had a good feeling about it from the beginning. And just kind of built up. And then there's just, I think the combat music is really interesting. It's really cool. Everything just feels like, yeah, it's good. Have I played Mario and Luigi before? Is that a specific game called Mario and Luigi? I mean, I've played some Mario franchise games where I literally have played as Mario and I've played as Luigi in certain games. But I've not played a game entitled Mario and Luigi. My lullaby last Thursday. I guess you didn't. Did I respond to that? I remember I laughed at that. I was like, Maxie, we so it's way past your bedtime. Sweet. I did see the comment, but I might have, if I tried to respond to it. Sometimes it's like by the time I see it, the stream's already stopped. It'll still let me enter something in the chat, but it won't actually go anywhere. There's an RPG series called Mario and Luigi. No, I only heard of a Paper Mario. I don't remember what my reply was, but I remember what I saw you said. And I acknowledged it. I think I might have even just said "lol," but it's more interactive than I never even heard of it before. Oh, look at that shit! Yeah, with the 1 month flex. Hey, look, you officially don't have a green $ anymore. You've graduated to the, I believe that's the bronze. It goes from green to bronze to silver to gold. And then you get the golden G-Law after 1 year. And after 2 years, you get the golden lizard. You see a few people adorning the golden lizard in here right now. So just remember, for only $5 a month for 3 years, you too can have the golden lizard. It's totally worth it. You can ask any of these guys. Look at that, Majors. Look at that. Yes. That's the same music from here. Oh wait, Nick's got it too. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at the flex coming in. He's a member sponsor thing. Look at all these proud member sponsors things. Look at that. Look at that golden $ flashing there. Noble. Winged. Pretty amazing, you guys.
Order in the court. Look! Talons of justice.
Yes. It is my birthday. My hair's, I still got a little hole in my head going on. Maybe, can I damp my forehead? Get a little tissue. Get a little, come on. Stop being shiny. Nope, still shiny. I don't know if it's because my head's shiny. Anyways. Even had a crossover game with Paper Mario called Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. I'm assuming these are all on a Nintendo, although probably somewhat of questionable ethics could find a way to play it for free on PC. I would never do such a thing. Except when I did for a little while. It's a long time ago. I played Dragon Quest. Is it Dragon Quest 8? What's the big one? Anyway. I'm tired. I'm a little tired today. I didn't work, but like I did a bunch of other busy stuff today. I went out and got the trash bag. I had to get special trash bags. This trash can's big. The millie-proof trash can that I got for my birthday. That's very exciting to me. I had to buy special, larger trash bags for it, and I went all the way to our package lobby and brought a big bag back, big box, and they're all defective. So that made me sad. That was emotionally trying for me. I was looking bag after bag. They're all ripped. I thought, oh, maybe just the ones on the outside. No, I kept going. It's like they were printed out of the factory that way. They're all ripped in the same place. I tell you, what a way to ruin a fella's birthday. Than to send me a box full of 100 ripped trash bags. Fuck it, though. I'm still excited about the trash can. Wait, where's my... Oh, this is going to be totally invisible. I'm drinking Sprite. It's totally invisible. This is kind of cool. I never drank like a green can of soda on my green screen before, but it is full on just an invisible. It's just an invisible color. What color soda is it? It's invisible colored. I'm gonna throw in my trash can. I did find a giant like outside leaf bag. Was the only thing big enough for my trash can. So, and I have some appropriate trash bags coming tomorrow. There we go. It's clear, like water. I think I've also got water. If I can reach it. I just realized my desk is totally cluttered right now. I have my water on the ground. It's been like a construction zone in here today. I should have tidied up my desk. This gonna be a problem? All right. Yes, and so yeah, but I started the day off right. This is 51 for me today. In fact, I think I was born a few minutes after 9 p.m. on November 19th of 1973. So, we'll actually celebrate the very minute that I was born here in a little over 20 minutes. I know it's sometime between 9:05 and 9:10. It's like 9:08 or 9:09, something like that. Oh my gosh, you guys. But yeah, so I got up. I started the year off right. I made some Huel. Tastes like Captain Crunch berries. And then I started choring. All I was gonna do was do Beat Saber. But then I was like, I haven't used my Quest for a while. And my rechargeable batteries always seem like they're dead when I haven't used the Quest. I haven't used the Quest 2 specifically, which is I kind of prefer my Beat Saber on Quest 2 because that's where I have the mods. Quest 3 is hard to mod for Beat Saber. So I use my Quest 2 to play modded Beat Saber and Quest 3 to play retail Beat Saber. I don't want to play modded. I was born in this time zone. Yeah, I was born in California, Southern California. So, about 20 minutes from now, it'll be 51 years. Technically, I'm still 50. If you're gonna do it by minute. If you're gonna do it by day, legally, I'm 51. Established 1973. Vintage. That's me. Old style. All original parts. If you don't count my teeth. Oh my goodness. But well, but I'll take it to heart though, because I was this close to considering getting a Romancing Saga 2, the remake. Brad has some pretty strong warnings against that. I was playing the demo though, and I was liking it, but yeah, I could tell I hadn't gotten into the meat of it yet. So I take it at least EV23. You're excited at the idea of me playing Metaphor Refantatio on stream. I could always play Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands again. If people wanted to preferred to see Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. Or I could play more Icarus, because I know everyone was loving watching me play Icarus. I think the only person that wanted to watch me play Icarus slept through my whole stream. Right, Maxie? You wanted that game so much ever since you saw the trailer. You're made of completely new cells every 7 years, so technically not original parts. Like the ship Theseus. Wait. Aren't there certain things like your brain cells and stuff that aren't recycled? I want to say there's certain parts of you that aren't. But I could be wrong. So... But that's significant though, because that means that officially now you guys have known me since before I was me. If past 7 years ago I was completely different, made of different molecules. You're up to level 25. I think I'm in like the 50s now. I'm pretty high up. Like I said, I'm still enjoying the game, but it's one of those things where sometimes I feel like, man, like I was like going into the weekend, I was thinking I should either find something like exciting, either a new game to play for my birthday, or dig up one of my old games. And there's so many old games that I need to play, and even the stuff I got recently, like Final Fantasy 16 and Silent Hill 2. I feel ashamed of myself. I get all these games, and then I get like, I want another game. I'm like a kid. But I think I've said this a few times, though, like Final Fantasy, because they stopped doing turn-based. Anytime I play Final Fantasy, the newer Final Fantasies, all it makes me want is to wish they would make a modern Final Fantasy and turn-based JRPG. It makes me sad that I don't enjoy the gameplay of Final Fantasy 16, even though I love a lot of things about Final Fantasy 16, except for the combat, which is 90% of the game. But Icarus is one of those games right now where I can load it up. I'll be like, I'll just play it for a little while. And then all of a sudden, it's 10 p.m. And I'm like, I should stop and go to bed. Majors, you think Final Fantasy 7 remake? And I feel kind of the same way. I mean, honestly, when they make it action, but again, you're also controlling party members, that's just even more, almost more overwhelming. But you do have more like sort of options to control the group. And I think you can do stuff on pause too, can't you? Anyways, I didn't hate Final Fantasy Remake's combat, but I wasn't a huge fan of that either. Like, I really wish they did Final Fantasy Remake with turn-based combat. I feel the same way about it. I'm not sure which one I like. And also the thing is with Final Fantasy Remake is just fucking Final Fantasy 7. Like, that hits you right in the nostalgia's hard, too. Well, Final Fantasy 16 is more like Game of Thrones. But then every once in a while, something happens that reminds you it's a Final Fantasy game. Like a Mog will show up or a Chocobo will go by. You'd be like, hey, fuck, this is Final Fantasy. I almost forgot. Usually it was at least an option. The setting they claim is turn-based classic. It's just auto battle and god awful. I've totally forgotten that there was even a thing about that. Yeah, I know. Like, I just sort of felt like I just sort of tolerated the combat. I didn't particularly enjoy it. And yeah, I think I got back into Dragon Quest after I got my tooth out. For a couple days, I was like really kind of just laying low. And Dragon Quest runs great on the Steam Deck. So I was laying in my chair playing the Dragon Quest. And I actually did kind of get into it because it's just like a really chill, relaxing game. But Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Wait, I get them confused. Is Rebirth the second one? Is it Remake and Rebirth? I get confused about which is which. I think Final Fantasy VII music in general is amazing. Like, even the original stuff and all the stuff that they've redone for the reboot has been really cool. One of my favorite Beat Saber custom games is the battle in the reactor. There's like a combat. I don't know if it's a boss fight or it's just like the background music, but I Beat Saber did that yesterday. I kicked my ass again, but I did anyways. But I think I'm going to launch some Metaphor Refantasio. Now I'm going to play some of that. Let me see. Get my Xbox controller on.
45 seconds of gameplay.
If it would be so kind as to launch. Final Fantasy music in general is great, regardless of what. Some are better than others. Like, I'm enjoying Final Fantasy 16, but maybe it's just sort of like after the fact they become more nostalgic, or I don't know, they become more impactful with time. It's possible. As always, we're gonna need to figure out audio balance on this. The demo audio was all fucked up. Luckily, the like you had to turn it way up in your system to make it work. For me, anyways. But that was fixed here. 13. The music sucks. You mean? All right. Here's a little intro movie about.
I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar!
I think this is like the setup for the game.
A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one. Oh. That dream died long ago. You should have done the same. Your kingdom will perish alongside you. By my hand.
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence.
Who could do this?
Oh. I
Few
just
could even
realized
enter
the
the
size
king's
is all
chambers,
wrong.
Let alone draw close. And yet,
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity? Huh?
Luis.
A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
Who indeed? God, the music in this is just immediately impressive. Oh, this is one of my first time launching the full version. They don't show you all this. Nice. Okay. Ah, that's pretty dramatic intro. Yeah, that was one of the first things that impressed me about this is the music. And let me know how the audio is. It sounded low, so I turned it up, but I'm afraid it might be drowning me out now. All right, I'm actually going to mess with the graphic settings because it was... OBS was accepting it as a small... Here, this is where we should be. I'm gonna have to adjust that on OBS. But first, go back to borderless. All right. So I don't know why I said borderless window should be the same size as my desktop, but for some reason it was playing at 1080p. It is a little bit loud? Okay, I'm gonna turn it down. Let me know if it remains a bit loud. I didn't turn it down a ton. I'll turn it down a little more. Alright, we'll see how that is. Alright. So, the setup... So the setup is... The king has been killed by that guy. His name is Luis. And the guy has set himself up as sort of the savior. Like, the prince went missing and is presumed dead like 10 years ago. He was attacked. The castle was attacked and the prince was taken. So there's no heir. Now the king was killed. And a few people know that it was that Luis guy. But outside of them, like, the whole country is regarding this Luis as, like, he's this great general. He's going to be the great savior. There are monsters starting to attack. But then we're finding out that Luis is actually the one, like, triggering some of the or setting up some of the monster attacks to increase people's perceived need for him to come in and be the hero. I don't know. It's really he's a bad guy. And I am a guy. I'm this kid. His name is Lawrick in this game. And he came on a mission because he's actually in a small village where the prince is actually still alive, but he's being kept in this kind of stasis because he was poisoned with some kind of a curse that could kill him. So he's been kept kind of like almost suspended animation for the last 10 years. And I've come to try to, because the king's been murdered. I'm not exactly sure what I'm trying to do. I know I hooked up with someone who used to be the king's, like, guard and the prince's guard. And basically the objective now is they're having the funeral for the king. And I think it's kind of expected after that this dude, Luis, is going to be, like, try to claim the throne. And so this old grizzled guard, one of the head guards for the old king, his plan is basically, like, to take advantage of this funeral to try to kill Luis. And my companion here, I guess his village was destroyed, and he blames Luis for that too. I met him later. You get the Mufasa treatment? He just got stabbed in his bed. And so yeah, it's there's a lot going on with the story. I've been playing 10 hours, and first off, I love this town. Like, this town just looks awesome. Can I actually go in all these buildings? No, some of them are just a little set dressing. But still, this is just such a cool, like, the art style is just so cool.
What now?
This is the menu. Like, how cool is this? Anyways, it's just everything about this game just oozes with, like, style. It's really awesome. See, is there anything else? I know there's probably more. There's more detail of the story. Oh yeah, one cool thing is I've got this book. This kid has been carrying around this book, and they call it a fantasy book, but it's actually a book about. It looks like an idealized version of our world, and it's got, like, skyscrapers, and everyone's the same species. Like, in here, there's all these different tribes. they're sort of like different races, and a lot of them are kind of treated like shit, including the one that I'm in is especially treated like shit. But so there's this fantasy book about a world, and it's like basically described like our world, but it's described like a perfect version of our world, where everybody is equal and everyone is protected under the law, and no one like everyone is safe and everything else. And somehow we've connected psychically with the author of that book. And so when we're dreaming, or now we can choose at certain points to open the book and go visit him. And you can see his apparition will appear in certain spots. And if you talk to it, it'll cause you to like open the book and travel to this library. It's like this ethereal library that he's in. And that's where you actually like can modify your character classes and do certain things like that. But it's pretty cool. So I'll show you. It's called Academia. He says he's trapped in this library, which I don't know what's going on with that either. But when you go there, it's cool. Rip out the book. And I love the music in here too. What do you mean, no? No what, Brad?
I've been waiting. What would you care to know?
So this sort of tells you how, like, it's basically like the class system. It's kind of complicated. I'm still wrapping my head around it. I won't go into it now. Oh, instead of the fantasy book? Alright, we're gonna skip all this for now. So right now, and he actually gave me a task. And the task was to, we unlocked the healer class. And he said, get somebody up to 10th level in the healer class. And so I attuned myself to the hero class. And right now, or the healer class, now this guy, you can see all the notes about, these are the different classes I've unlocked so far. Seeker, Mage, Warrior. This is about archetype advancement. So each job will like progress through different levels. They become like more advanced classes, versions of the class. Research notes, note healer. And then there's all these other ones are the classes that are unlocked. You can sort some of them you don't even know what they are, like this one. Commander, Merchant, Faker, Brawler. Anyways, there's a ton of classes, and you can't even look at these until they've been unlocked. And you unlock them by meeting people. And these people embody these different archetypes. And once you've met them, and this is like Persona does the same thing, where you develop social relationships. In this, you meet people that embody these archetypes. And as you develop your relationships with them, you unlock, like, I think it helps develop those archetypes, like the availability. So, like, my little fairy friend embodies the archetype of the mage. Even though she doesn't fight, she's not part of the party, but she's with me at all times, and she embodies the archetype of the mage. And so if I take opportunities to develop my relationship with her, it'll enhance my access to the mage archetype. It's my understanding. It's still early yet.
Oh. You'll come again, won't you?
All right, so right now, this old guard guy, his plan is to assassinate this Luis, this general who's planning to take over the kingdom at the funeral. And that bell is the tolling of the funeral is about to start. So we're starting this like right as some big shit's about to go down. And we literally we spent the night at there's a tavern in basically the slums around here, where the innkeeper's been taking care of his daughter. His daughter looks like she's like 8 years old. And he's gone all the time. So this innkeeper, this lady, takes care of his daughter. And we just left the daughter. There's all this like ominous, like him saying, "Oh, we'll be back tonight, and I promise we'll play," and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I have a feeling Pop's not coming back. I just have a feeling. Because he said he just needs us to create a diversion, and that he's going to be the one to go in and try to kill this Luis, who I think is like the big bad of the game. So that's the reason why I don't think everything's gonna. There have been hints, maybe sloppily put into the game, that have given me more clues than I probably should have, that Luis is not about to go down today. The one big one was when I was talking to the ghost guy about archetypes, and he's like, the thing about getting to 10th level in Mage, he's like, there are many things you'll need to do, that you'll need to develop the strength in many different archetypes before you will be ready to face Luis. And I was like, or maybe he said to face your foe, but I think he might have said Luis, and that made me think like, well, I'm not developing a bunch of archetypes today, am I? Like, that's not going to happen on my way to the funeral, right? Anyways.
All right, then.
All right, so we're going up this way. I think there's some shops I can look at, but I can't really afford anything right now.
All right, then.
Sod off.
Oh yeah, everyone hates my race. What is
now?
it that my race is called? It's a memorandum where I can look. The people. I'm from the Elda tribe. And basically, all the different races have like, some have cat ears, some have horns, some have big elf ears. And the Elda tribe is the one that's sort of more like regular human. There's no like extra features about them, and they are considered like the lowest of the tribes, like the lowest of the races. The 9th tribe, distinct from the commonly known 8 tribes, they are condemned by the Sanctus Church for inheriting, quote, a dangerous magic heretical to the teachings of the Church. Their population is so small that to even see one in public is rare, and they face greater discrimination than any other tribe. In fact, many outside the main cities don't even believe they exist. Each of the 8 tribes possess unique physical traits, making them recognizable at a glance, such as the Klemar's horns or the Rosant's long ears. The Elda tribe, however, bears no such distinguishing feature, and thus are regarded as inferior beings. So there you go. There's a whole lot of stuff to look at. So yeah, this is the guy that said, "Nurture your strength. I'll need you to." It says, "To nurture the strength, I'll need to challenge Luis the Archmage. I should raise the healer archetype to 10. This can be completed by anyone." But I decided to do it because there's only 2 of us right now. And then this is save the prince from the death's curse. This is sort of the main quest of the game. Anytime you can press Y,
It's time.
and your little fairy girl will give you a hint. Time has already come. When you're ready, let's head to the Regalith Grand Cathedral.
Hey, mister.
Mum got cross with me. She said, "Don't say bad things about other people, but saying bad things about a parapus is A-okay." Why is that? Because I don't get in trouble for saying stuff like weird ears or no horn. And so, wait, hold on. You don't have horns either, huh, mister? No. I'm a piece of shit. No horns.
Nice.
Let's stay focused, okay?
You've come at a good time.
What? Hey. Hey now, Elder Lad, that's a nice sword you've got there. Now, the thing is, I'm carrying a sword that I think they said some people would recognize as coming from the king. So that might mean someone recognized me. Relax, I'm no thief, but that sword says you're a mercenary. Oh, it says you're a mercenary. Okay. So I've got a little proposal for you. You must have picked up some mag from fighting monsters. Mag is like the crystallization of the magic in this world. They use it to make like the magic wands. They use to channel magic. And I think that's, you can see that like it being drawn in. There's like this, it's getting drawn into this thing above my head here. And harnessed. And that's powering like the lights. It's a nice sword you got there. Sounds like sexual harassment. I have a feeling he actually literally means that's a nice sword. Like, you know, in this context, I think we're okay, Brad. You must have picked up some mag. And you in the game, you spend mag to, like, learn new archetypes. When you unlock the new archetypes to attune them for the first time, it costs mag. So you use mag basically to develop your characters. You must have picked up some mag from fighting monsters, yeah? If you're not using it, let me take it off your hand. No, I'm gonna use it. By mag, I'm talking about the tiny magla crystal shards. I buy them up on order of the Sanctus Church. Sanctus Church sounds like a bunch of pricks.
Don't miss your chance to sell now.
The accumulators out there gather it too, but I say they're inefficient. Anyway, what else? I guess that's what's the things that are sucking them out of the air. Anyway, what else would you use it for? Pretty sweet deal I'm offering, mate. I use it to develop my archetypes, but you would know about that shit. So the archetypes, you actually kind of transform into these weird, these like special forms when you're in combat, when you're using your archetype abilities. Isn't that that's the currency we use to study archetypes in academia? If you're really strapped for money, you could exchange mag here. You need both though, so I'll leave it up to you. So, well, I'm going to see, like, at least what he pays. The mag exchange will purchase mag you acquired in battle. Mag market price changes day to day, but it's more favorable on days when the weather's bad. All right.
Looking to sell, are you?
Big cities like Grand Trad are the only places you can exchange mag. So you in? I just want to at least know what you're offering for it. And hello, Umber the Ninja. This is Metaphor Refans Fantasio. It is the same studio that makes the Persona games. It's very much considered like a fantasy setting version of Persona. Is a sort of an easy way of describing it. All right, so the exchange rate is 1 mag to 2. Nah, I'm gonna hold on my mag. Thank you, Umbra. Thank you. Persona without the teenage weird sex shit. Exactly. I don't think I'm gonna be romancing anyone in this game. There's no dating simulator going on here. What is this guy doing? The dejected pauper. It's nothing but Clemar this and nobles that round here lately. My head's killing me listening to it all. I think Clemar is like the top tier race.
What now?
Clemar are the horned people. They're considered like the top. And my companion that's with me is a Clemar. He's from a noble family that got destroyed when his village got wiped out. His parents died trying to defend the village. And then there's the Rosant. Or it's probably some French thing. I don't know how to say it. I'm probably saying it wrong. They basically look like elves. But they're known more for like strength and military stuff. And then the kid was talking about Parapus earlier. They're the ones that have bestial ears and a tail. So they're like the cat, you know. I didn't know what I think we just added Roag. What's Roag? They look, what are they? They have longer lifespans, living more than twice as long as the average of other tribes. They age at the same pace until adolescence, spending the remainder of their lives in middle and old age. Perhaps as a result, the Roag tribe conjures images of the elderly in many minds. Don't they have special ears or anything? All right. I really don't have very much money.
Welcome.
But look at the, I just find the art. Like, look at just the art of the interior of this place. It just looks so good. Oh, what a rare customer. Sorry, we'll be closing soon because of the royal funeral, I'm afraid. Let's see, do I have any shit to sell? A little bit. A broken igniter? Okay. Oh. Oh, I can't afford any of this shit. Oh, I got some money. A grand jacket? Oh, Lord. Okay. Here, I'm gonna... How do I have to get out of here? There we go. I'm gonna see if there's a weapon shop first. I think there's one right across the street. Okay. Excuse me.
Hello there.
Royal funeral is being held today, so I gotta close up shop soon to mourn in my own way. If you're looking to make a purchase, get on with it, please. Oh, that's a lot. That's 3,000. Apprentice's mace. Now my guy is not going to be focused on melee with what he's doing. All right, I just basically wanted to see. So maybe I'll buy some new armor for my warrior. Oh, is that a general? Oh, that's the.
Oh.
I'm gonna check the general store and see what they've got.
Hey?
Before I decide what to spend my hard-earned money on. What's the lady, guys? Shopper.
Oh, come off it.
My word, what is this? There's a hair in this herb. Shopper. Fine. Shopkeep, I'll buy for half the price. Well, she sounds difficult. She's like a metaphor refantasio version of Karen.
And what is it you want?
The king wouldn't have looked twice at me, but you can't help feel sad. Anyway, you making a purchase today? Medicine, expensive medicine, revival medicine, robust remedy, cures poison. Well, that's probably worth having a couple of those on hand. Literally 2. What I was kind of hoping for was something to help me get magic points back.
Oh, but which action to undertake?
Alright, I'm gonna skip that shit. Okay.
Hey?
Alright, so maybe I'll get some more heavier armor for my tank.
Welcome.
Because that really, that'd be even better for him. If I get a nicer armor for him, I can pass this one on to my main character, though. It's like pretty much all my savings right here.
Oh.
Let me see if what he was wearing Can be worn by Law Rick. Bone vest. Nope.
Welcome.
I think I can sell. Maybe I can sell the bone vest though. Yeah, 220 for the bone vest. All right.
Now then.
All right. Well, I guess that's all the shopping I'm gonna do today. It pretty much tapped me out.
Eh?
I'm gonna check to see if there's. It's only walk or run. I like it when the controls like are register very like fast or slow based on how far you're pushing the stick, and not just rock or run. I don't know if there's a setting for that though. I have a feeling that would be set by default if that were the case. Dash effects. That's for toggle or hold dash. That's a separate run thing. Eh. Alright.
You keep away from me.
Yeah.
Say there.
Here we are. The Grand Cathedral.
All right then.
Yeah, I still stop every now and then to just look at the city. I think the city looks so cool.
Now, how did I wind up here?
Hey, mister.
My mom says she's going to see the royal fronty roll. Not me, though. I'm going to stay home and play with my dad.
Now, how did I wind up here?
Dear me.
Is that the cathedral right there? It's pretty big.
Oh, dear me.
I feel I shouldn't go this way. Yeah, try not to wander up. Okay, thank you, Fairy. Fairy does not want me going over there yet.
Dear me.
Say there.
Who keeps saying, dear me? Alright. But can I at least... I see people to talk to in here. This is quite the marketplace.
Proper aces.
What'd I tell you, sir? We made it just in time.
Whoa.
They must have come for the royal funeral, but the Grand Cathedral is always so crowded. I don't know if they actually made it in time.
Proper aces.
A butcher? Burly butcher.
What should I do?
People may be flooding in for the royal funeral, but I'm not raising prices for a quick reeve. That's how I'm paying my respects to His Majesty. By not price gouging. Holy meat. Holy meat is what he's selling. That sounds like a scam to begin with. It's a cooking ingredient? Well, I don't know how to cook yet, so I'm not going to buy any cooking ingredients. Especially since I can't afford shit right now. What's this? There's another little vendor over here.
It's quite fresh.
Water merchant. Sorry to break it to you, but we're planning to close up shop early today. We're in mourning for the king and all. Clean water from a well, a cooking ingredient. Alright, so apparently cooking is a thing in this game. Alright, let's see what's what.
Got it?
Yeah, let's go. Time to sneak in. Let's find somewhere out of sight so we can change. I think we're gonna dress up as guards. We actually were very recently recruited or enlisted in just the regular city guard military thing. And that's where things went wrong. We got sent to this outpost that got attacked by monsters, and it was supposed to be a setup, like we're all supposed to die, so that they could scare people about how bad the monsters are, so that they would all be like, "Luis, please hurry, be our king, save us from the monsters." But we got away because our powers, our archetypes woke up within us and made us be powerful. So we fought the monsters and we won.
Lots of lords and nobles. Some generals, too. All the big names are here.
Can you see Grius?
Yep, that's him.
I can pick him out. Although I don't see Luis around.
Look there!
But yeah, their version of airships in this game are a little bizarre. They have big legs.
What is this?
It's quite an entrance.
The flowers straight from the king's garden. And a common-blooded man bearing them to a funeral? Does the man know no shame? That's tantamount to declaring himself royalty. You barbarian!
Your fool of a king is dead.
Oh.
Disillusioned by vain aristocrats and simpering clergy, he withered and died under his own weakness.
The audacity!
How can he say that?
This is madness! At the king's own funeral!
Lord Louis speaks true!
I think audio balance is a little off.
But open your eyes, and you will see the crisis in our nation. I will show you truth, the truth of reality. You've all been sheltered, blinded by walls of stone. Behold a human corpse.
Humans are the big monsters.
They lurk and nest across the very land you call home.
They're these giant bizarre monsters. They're called humans in this game.
A fortress at the border was raised by a human mere days ago. How long before we're overrun? You can only blame your king's weakness. And thus, who deserves his crown? A man of proven strength!
How dare you, scoundrel! Your words verge on treason!
Against what ruler, Blue Blood? The dead cannot be betrayed. Let your late king's soul bear witness. Let Louis Squeerburn be named the true and rightful ruler of Uchronia.
Hey, what do we... What's happening?
Oh.
Such power. It can't be. The palace.
It's like Independence Day, except a giant face.
Could this be the king's own magic?
I am Hypnodius the Fifth.
His Majesty?
The people of my land desire a new king, and I shall provide.
Holy shit. That's the murdered king. I wonder if I change the audio balance, it'll affect the cutscenes.
Did he just say Hithlodius V? That face? It can't be. His Majesty.
The king? How?
Is it him?
He was dead? Why? Be silent! Let him say his piece.
Heed me, O kingless. Time is finite before my soul departs this benighted world. In 4 moons of life past death, there shall come a reckoning, a day of the hero. Upon that day, whosoever have truly earned the greatest faith of the citizenry shall ascend to throne and crown by right of kings.
By right of kings? The faith of the citizenry? Truly?
From the lofty heavens shall my unfading soul look down upon thee, and from the whispered hopes of thine anxious hearts shall those to whom thine allegiances lie be laid bare.
What's happening?
I hear thy voices ring out in clarion truth. Here and now witness the faces of those most desired to become king.
It's Forden. Count Louise! Count Louise is there too!
They're all candidates.
Ha! What glorious spectacle! The mantle of king is mine by right and providence.
You go too far, Louis. We gather to mourn his majesty, and you desecrate it. You would befoul the throne, blackguard.
So be it. Shall we test that? Good people, is Forden truly fit to be king? Or shall you cast off the shackles of blind faith? We need not be chained to birth or trial. In my world, we are a people equal and united. I shall be your shield from the human menace. Together, peace is within our grasp.
When my village burned, the church did nothing.
There's no way we can fight those monsters alone.
And those of us in bonds? Will we too be protected?
Don't be fooled. He's not the man you think he is.
Hey, look! Come, Luis. He's catching up to Forden.
Can the giant thing really see what we're thinking?
Louis, you've led the people's hearts astray.
No future exists without the power to eliminate the human crisis. Those who stand at my side, who oppose the powers that be, my protection is yours. Or refuse my hand and perish. I will lead us over your corpses.
You mean, just as you killed the king?
A country is heavier than a crown, and he could not bear it. Retribution past due.
You vile...
He cares nothing for the blood.
Oh shit, he's basically admitting
Damn
it.
you, Luis! You think you truly deserve the crown? You doom us all! I won't stand for it!
Hey, who are you? Silence him! A Kingslayer deserves only death! That's right! Hey!
Yes, good! You need to go too.
Where's Grius?
And yeah, I mean, this is like the main setup of the main story plot happening right now. So it's more cutscenes than usual, but it is a very cutscene. It's a very story-heavy game. But it's probably a little more story-heavy at the moment. That's the guy going for his assassination attempt. Uh-oh, is a king stopping him? Oh, shit.
Alsus?
I shall not suffer the defiance of my people's will. In my name art thou punished.
Punished?
The king's spirit is defending the
One of
guy that
royal
murdered him?
family's dog. Rather poetic, I suppose. See how he has rewarded your loyalty.
But it's okay to slit his throat?
I warned you. This is the price of defiance. though I hadn't expected the king's own magic on my side. So be it. Rally behind me. I will shield you from injustice. Rise above birth and circumstance, for they mean nothing.
Count Luis is our only hope.
What choice do we have? He'll kill any against him.
Not much of a choice. Upon the day of the hero, whosoever has most earned my people's faith shall ascend upon my throne to rule, according to my judgment. Be thou criminal, pauper, or noble, thy claim is decided not by stature or tribe. I shall bear witness. From this heavenly seat I am nigh omnipotent. Look to the faces carved upon this rock, and see thou the faces of the chosen. I shall brook no sabotage or obstruction of this trial. Let all hear me and obey.
I think the things in their head are like transmitting who they believe in. I think it's like they're all Wi-Fi enabled for the king to be able to read who they approve of.
The damned!
Though I would imagine they're going to explain it in a little more detail.
Hey, Grius! Grius! Damn it!
Yeah.
Grius!
This guy's all about getting revenge too. Just going to add fuel to his revenge fire.
Ulcers.
Oh, some funeral.
The sun sets on old fossils. It is a new dawn, and its light shines upon Lord Luis as king.
Who the hell is this?
Stand down!
He just blew up the king's casket?
So your wish is to die, is it? Your bones will be monuments to Lord Luis's glory! Ah!
No! He defiles the dead!
Ah, but Lord Luis has sent me here on an important errand.
What errand?
It seems I'll need considerable time to accumulate the magla. Until it's done, however, I'm afraid I'll have to borrow the cathedral. The day the king's mourning ends will become the day of calamity. If you mean to interfere, then die.
Stand strong! The souls of the dead do not return. He manipulates them as puppets with foul magic.
Brace yourselves, everyone!
Oh boy.
Grius. What is this? What the hell is this?
Stroll, get a hold of yourself. We've got company.
Keep it together. Got to stay calm. Calm. Damn it, I can't focus.
Anxiety status. Party members have a chance to be afflicted with anxiety in two circumstances. When they are ambushed in a battle or when they receive a critical hit from an enemy during battle. Allies afflicted with anxiety will be unable to control archetype skills, so their class skills, and attacks against them won't consume energy turn icons, among other things. So energy icons basically like every move that your team members make, you start with like 3, at least at this point in the game, turn icons, and however those get spent, when they're done, it ends your turn. It's not like XCOM where you have points where you choose. It's like everyone's still going in order. It's depending on what they do, there'll be more or less points left afterwards. It's a little weird. I'm still wrapping my head around it. But apparently, if someone's anxious and the enemy attacks them, that attack is basically free attack for them. It doesn't count against their total, which is a bad thing. And they are potential bone meal. You think I got this? We'll see.
Sorry about that. I'll be all right.
Yeah, snap out of it. Be less anxious.
Here they come. Brace yourselves.
Hit rate is now 100%. These guys are a bunch of bitches.
Stroll's anxiety is spiking. Keep the enemies off him.
Shit. All right. Well, I do have light damage.
Light!
I can't.
Do I have anti-anxiety medications, maybe? Medicine. No anti-anxiety medications.
What are my options?
I think we're gonna just have him guard. Honestly, let's just have him guard. Maybe that'll help.
I'll hold my ground. I will fight with pride. Healer! Flare!
And you see when he casts his healer spell, he changes into this other form. That's his archetype.
Guarding seems the wise move.
Stroll's anxious, and they're targeting him.
All right, I think we're just gonna keep spamming this.
Now, what's the play?
Is he still anxious? He looks better now. Status. Seems like maybe he's not anxious anymore. All right, let's do his archetype power. Oh shit. I gotta say, this combat music, this was immediately impressed me. This music is really, like, interesting and cool. It's like, I could just listen to this music. It's like heart pumping. Okay. Sorry. You know when I get caught up listening to the battle music in a game that they've done a good job.
I admit, it feels good to get stronger.
Alright. So his magic and his endurance went up.
Where'd that man go? Did he take soldiers into the cathedral?
There should be a mausoleum nearby. Could you take his body there?
Yes, right away.
Take care with him, please. He was a dear friend.
I think she was one of the... We haven't met her in person before, but I think she was one of the fellow royal guards that was alongside the old guy back in, like, the olden days. And she's been out traveling. She's part of, like, a team or group that was sent out to try to find the prince when the prince disappeared after this attack. The guy who just got killed was the one who took the prince away for his protection, because he knew that if they kept the prince in the capital, that he'd be attacked again, because it was like an insider did it. I think he knew Luis did it. So they spirited him away, so he couldn't even tell the good people. There are other guards who were good and loyal, and he couldn't tell everybody. So this person's been part of a group of people that apparently are even still looking for the prince. Even though the prince was declared dead years ago, she's still looking for him. But she returned to the capital for the funeral.
He gave his all for the king, for the royal bloodline. The least he deserves is dignity in death. My name is Hulkenberg. I have a question for you. That power you wield is not something they teach in the army. You are no ordinary soldier.
And you? You're clearly more than a guard, Captain.
I am a knight in the Crown's service. Commanding the guard is not my station's duty, but these are dire times.
A knight?
And you pretend at soldiery. But that matter can wait. Alsace seemed to know you.
Alsace?
Who is Alsace?
We'll have time for debate after we apprehend that mage.
Debate?
He's after the royal scepter, I'm sure of it.
So the Royal Scepter is like the ultimate magic wand that only the true king or whoever's destined to be the king can wield, and it makes them like super powerful. It's basically like having the red button. Rivaling nations won't attack you because having this thing, it makes you so powerful.
The Royal Scepter?
Please, someone, help! Please help. I've still got family inside.
Did he trap civilians in the cathedral?
Yes, my family, and more.
I don't envy their chances if he finds them helpless.
I am honor-bound as a knight to answer that plea. I would ask your aid as well.
Does it not tarnish the Royal Knights to enlist the aid of strangers?
I haven't the luxury of refusing able fighters.
If I turn back here, I'd never be able to face Grius. Any objections, my friend?
Why don't you call me Lawrick? You don't think that any of the people doing the voice acting could have foreseen that I would have named my character Lawrick? If I turn back, I'd never be able to face Grius. Any objections? None that would stop you? Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be dangerous.
It's going to be dangerous.
That's exactly why we can't abandon these people. Let's just watch out for those accursed skeletons.
He's got the archetype of the warrior. More skeletons.
Gotta hurry.
We need to catch up to that knight. Okay.
Hold it.
This is saves. Noble scripture. Okay. What's going on over here? No. The loading screens are pretty cool looking too. You asked after the weekend of your birthday so you can have a party with your friends. It's already approved. It's near the end of March. But yeah. All right. Cool. Good to hear it.
This is bad.
Drat, we've been separated. I say, are you all right? Somehow, yeah. Problem is, there's no way up now. Seek another path. I shall ascend from here. Got it. We'll catch up.
All right.
Your birthday falls on a Thursday. Oh, okay. Cool. Let us meet again above. Fight well. Be not reckless. I barely ever know when my birthday is until like a couple weeks before. I'll be like, oh, it's a Tuesday. I never plan that far ahead. All right. Let's check my surroundings. I see some skeletons.
No choice but to cut through them.
They're even to us. You can, if you can catch them from behind, you can sneak up on them.
This is bad.
How's that?
I'll give it my all.
But if they hit you, now see, now the battle starts where they're dazed and all fucked up.
In the name of justice.
It's okay. We can do this.
down.
I can't afford to hold
I knew
back.
you had this. We're evenly matched. Guess we better stay on our toes.
They die hard.
Jankies. This guy's almost dead.
Smooth finish. Great work, everyone.
Smooth.
Not bad. I feel stronger.
Let's see. Let's raise our magic a little bit. He's a healer, but he doesn't have any healing spells yet. Oh wait, there was a couple of skeletons in here. Okay, sneak up on this guy. If they're weak enough, you can actually take them out by just hitting them
Somewhere safe.
in the open world. If they're tougher than you, you can't do that, but you can stun them. Alright, we have an idea of where we're going. Just up. I'm gonna look everywhere. I can tell up to the left looks kind of like the way to go. But this game really rewards exploration. Alright, let's see where this guy goes. There's a way we could sneak up on him. Don't look over here. Alright.
Works like a charm. Keep the pressure on.
Another one? Oh, this treasure chest up here. You got the highest score yet at work. You got a 155 pick rate. Your second best picker that day. Cool!
Alright.
A simple wind igniter enables a single target wind skill Mage Wind when equipped. I don't know how igniters work.
What now?
Is it like a weapon? Is it an accessory? A breeze igniter. Okay. I almost want to give it to the tank. No, I'll give it to him. It's like I almost want to give it to the tank so he can have a magical ability in case we're going against stuff that... Unless you basically cast a wind attack. Or going against stuff where his sword doesn't work so well. Need to think about that. Did I miss an object here? I did, because I was too concerned about ambushing the skeleton. Is there a jump button? I forgot. There's no jump button. There's clearly an object over there, but I can't pick it up. There was no other way. Okay. I'd probably go back, maybe go back down somewhere else? Maybe it's just, they're all there to taunt me. A broken igniter.
Blast!
Who the hell are these? Where'd they come from?
No!
That damn necromancer. He's attacking defenseless civilians.
Like I'd let you.
We can't just leave them. Come on, we have to help. All right.
Flare! Just one left.
Now, what's the play?
I call upon royal power within.
Yeah, he does some pretty badass damage on these guys. Wonder what just his regular sword attack would do. demolished. Are you unhurt?
Yes.
We're all right, thanks to you. But who are you? Which organization do you belong to? Please save my son. He's up ahead. We'll look for him. Please wait here until we send word. Are you lot really with the state army? Oh well, makes no difference in the end. A rescue's a rescue after all.
Understood.
I'll watch over her. Sorry to make you do this, but please look for her son. Alright. Alright, here's where I can get all the shinies that I saw over here.
Watch out. We've been spotted.
Ah, no, he got me.
Our usual tactics should work.
Let's do this.
Oh, maybe he didn't get me.
I won't hold back. Light. Stay sharp.
They're down.
I shall fight
I
as the
knew you had this.
Let's stay calm.
You hit their weakness.
I can't have.
Okay, I don't think there's any more backup coming. Let's keep moving.
Even easier than expected.
Oh, it's a light scale of Persona 2? That doesn't surprise me. Like, it really, really, really supposedly borrows a lot from Persona.
Not bad, if I say so myself. That was the last of them.
Wasn't there another one down here? Oh, did I take him out too?
That should come in handy. Pocket it. Great find. Keep it.
It's not exactly part of the same franchise, but it almost could be. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if these were supposed to be in the same universe.
Let's push through. Right in the weak spot. Good job. That should come in handy. Pocket it.
I'm curious, how is volume, by the way? It looks like that, like it could be low, but I think it's a whatever the meter shows. I think it's this audio is pretty strong for what it shows. Oh, thank you! Happy birthday! Thank you, Kink. You're hoping this game is so popular they make more games in it. Seems so good so far. I think this game immediately established itself as like a new franchise. Like, it sort of seemed like it was regarded as an instant classic. You can hear me and the game. Good deal. If you were 100, then the game audio is at like 45. Well, I always want my mic audio to be higher than the game. The question is like, is the audio of the game high enough? Or is it like you can barely hear it? It sort of sounds like Evie thinks you can hear it. But yeah, I have it literally on OBS. That's my Kink, you got a good ear. Because that's exactly where I've got it. I've got my mic at close to 100, and I've got my desktop audio on OBS at around 45%. So, oh my god, I don't think these guys are gonna let it go. I sneak in here.
We've been spotted. On your guard.
That worked out. Keep it up.
Let's stash that somewhere safe.
Alright, was there any other objects back here? Okay. You can hear it, but you think someone without headphones couldn't hear it? Really? Alright. Then
Let's keep moving.
it sounds marginally like it could be a little bit higher. Alright, we'll see how that is. Sometimes it can be really touchy, like just a little adjustment in OBS can make something go from too low to like too high. I pushed it up to about 50%. But before it was around 60 and people were saying it was too loud. Help! I can't get out! Help me! A child, he must be in this room.
Don't tell me.
Alright, there's luckily a lot of treasure in this room as well.
Great find. Keep it.
Might be too loud for peeps. It really depends on what you prefer. Okay. Well, I can't tell the difference. It all sounds the same to me. It's all about how high I have OBS picking up that audio track.
All right.
Are you unhurt?
Okay.
Yeah, it was scary. I say you were very brave. He doesn't need to be told his mother was worried about him. That won't make him feel hyped. Okay, it looks like he's okay. I'm gonna go get that soldier. How I got it now is probably about right. Good. I mean, you're a veteran in this as well, so I trust your ear on it.
Thank goodness.
Thank you and well done. I'll get them to safety. You two should get out of here as well. The area ahead is much too dangerous. Honestly, I'm not even sure State Army can handle this. It's a little. You think it's still a little on the quiet side, Nick? You don't claim to know anything, Kink? Well, streaming for 8 years, as far as I know, you've been doing it for 8 or 9 years now, right? 9 years? Trying to think, because I don't know if you started streaming when I met you, or if you'd already been streaming for a while. Nick doesn't have headphones on. Okay. Going on 10. Okay. I know I started at the end of 2015, but I didn't meet you until I think 2017. You have it on your TV. Okay. You have an earbud, you can hear it fine. I think that's what Kink is referring to, is his surmise that you have something directly in your ear, just making it easier for you to pick out than if you were listening to it like on a phone or something, or another device. I'm gonna bump it up just a little more.
No.
We've further business to attend to. Take care of the child if you would. Headphones can hear more subtle sounds than no headphones. Yeah. Or in general, whatever earbuds or whatever it is that you're putting directly in, like into your ear canal, you're definitely gonna be able to pick up more.
Thank you.
Details. Yeah. Thank you for saving me, sirs. You be careful. All right.
Let's hurry.
Hey, treasure chest.
Nice.
I love it.
A balm of light, a miraculous incense said to resuscitate the dead. Revives one ally from KO and fully restores HP. Okay. And I see treasures all in here. Noble scripture. I think these are just sellable
if you see
items.
use for it, I say take it with you.
So what are we going back to the bomb now, or we're still going up? All right. But yeah, again, the music and the level, all the music in this game has been pretty amazing so far. You're late. Were you waylaid by fighting?
No.
There were people struggling to get away. We couldn't just abandon them.
I see.
In that case, well done. Still, there are likely more who need assistance inside.
Look.
Tis a sorry mess that the royal funeral led to. I could never have imagined. Me neither. I knew it was going to be some, like, Game of Thrones drama, but this is pretty crazy. We have only Luis to blame. Launching an attack on the proceedings is unthinkable.
And then...
That's not all he's done. That mad subordinate of his, you said he's after the royal scepter. Yes, no doubt to offer it to his master. Once Luis takes it in hand, I fear the whole country would bend to his whims. We can't let that happen. I mean, we can't stop him, right? So let's keep moving.
Onward.
I wish they would voice act more of this stuff. The entrance to the upper levels is ahead. Try to keep up.
Damn it.
Although I don't notice that the voice acting so much, except when I notice the lack of voice acting the most in these games when I'm streaming, because I feel like I have to read it. I feel like I have to read it out loud. Alright, up we go. Where do you stair go? They go up.
However,
you gotta be joking. That thing looks absolutely massive. So yeah, spoiler alert, when I'm playing this by myself, I'm not reading all this shit out loud. I'm just quietly like, you know, I don't even make those noises. I just go like this. I read it, go. And once in a while, I'll go, maybe, but not the whole time. We have to climb the whole way? This is going to take a while.
Yes.
Indeed we do. The royal scepter chamber is at the top. Let us make haste. The royal nuclear box. The nuclear football. The big red button. The top of the tower. Yeah, let's sprint.
Look at that!
Look at what?
What's become of this place? Is that Magla? And in a building like this?
It's just like in the abandoned mines.
Oh, and the abandoned mines were Magla mines. And there was a huge Magla, like, blob that had attracted some sort of a mad human. Again, the humans are not humans the way we think of humans. Humans are, like, considered these giant, grotesque monsters. So, you know, maybe it's a metaphor.
What was that sound?
Brace yourselves. It's collapsing.
Thanks, Evie. I'm here all week.
Look!
Well,
The entrance!
usually on Thursdays.
Damn it! Now how are we supposed to get inside?
We'll not be getting in this way. That collapse was no accident. He means to halt our advance. Best to seek another way. And I've a plan to do it.
A plan's more than I have. Right. Lead the way.
Before we go any further, I would have my answers. We must speak of the man Luis executed.
So, were you a friend to Grius?
Yes. I knew him as Alces.
Oh, that's who Alces is. Grius, the old guy.
Arvid Alces. He'd been engaged as a tutor to His Royal Highness, teaching him swordsmanship at the king's behest.
Alright, hold on a sec. I'm gonna get up for a second and grab another drink. I have water, but I want more invisible Sprite. All right. I'm back with my invisible soda. Because it's green. I think that's cool. All right. Tastes invisible. He'd been engaged as a tutor to His Royal Highness, teaching him swordsmanship at the king's behest.
I see.
Yes. Well, it was back when I myself was serving as one of His Highness's personal guards.
You're a personal guard for the prince.
I was. Now he is lost to me.
The little fairy, she carries around a little magic mirror that is like a two-way device to another mirror next to the prince. Where if she looks at him, she can see the prince in real time, like how he's doing. So she can at any point show this mirror to someone and show them like the prince right now where he they won't know where he is, but they would be able to see him in the place where he actually is.
Which brings me to the heart of my concern. I hope you can give me the answer I seek. Why were you trying to kill Luis?
Well,
we can't reveal the reason for the assassination. Can we? To her? I don't know.
Revenge.
Oh, that's true.
The assassination is for His Highness. To avenge his death.
Revenge?
Not just for the prince. Luis killed the king as well.
Alsace was a calculating man. Callous, where softer hearts falter. He was not some wild-eyed revolutionary, driven by petty emotion. Why would such a man sacrifice all in the name of revenge?
Who knows? Is that all you wanted to know, then?
If nothing else, you were friends of Alsace. Once more, I would humbly request your blades at my side.
I'd think you'd find surer allies among the Guard.
You saw for yourself their failings today. A legion may be easily divided. A squad of few elites, however, moves as one.
I have a feeling she's joining my party.
I'll have us into the Grand Cathedral. I know the way. Will you assist me?
Naturally. How about you?
Let's see. Of course.
Of course.
Right. Not much point in asking, really.
I'm your bud. I'm in it to win it.
Oi! Where's the state army?
I can't believe all the mess at the king's funeral. Our country's doomed, isn't it?
Pretty chaotic here.
With good reason. I was there, and even I struggled to grasp the situation.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, is that the innkeeper?
Have you seen Maria?
Oh boy, Maria's Al Ced's daughter. What's his name? Grius? Is that how we know him? Grius' daughter.
Maria, she's missing.
She heard the commotion and ran off. She can't have gotten far.
Oi, Fabienne! We found Maria!
Maria!
Oh, what happened?
Don't move her. She suffered a blow to the head.
She must have been caught in the wave of people fleeing. Poor girl.
She's unconscious, but I don't believe it's life-threatening.
Ah, but he'll be along soon, won't he?
Uh-oh.
He's...
Well, remember how he said they were gonna play and have dinner tonight when he came back?
I'm sorry.
No dinner.
I was prepared for the worst, but... Oh.
Damn it. Fabienne is taking care of Maria. Sounds like she'll have to stay put and rest for a while.
Aren't there people still left inside?
Most of the soldiers sent in to help haven't returned. I expect Luis's forces made short work of them. No one's sure if that human's corpse is safe either, so it's just been left to rot.
Oh, he's the Metachromia. I never heard that term before, but yeah, he's got his different colored eyes. I don't know if that's just him or if that's part of like his race or his tribe has that feature.
Underground, there is a mausoleum where the dead are interred. It opens to the Grand Cathedral on the other side.
And we can trust your word, can we? How do we even get into this mausoleum?
There's a gate just beside the recruitment center. We'll make our way in from there.
Right. Let's hurry.
Check your approval rating by pressing... Oh, whose approval rating? By pressing the left button, archetypes as manifestations of heroes can sense the fame of their user. You'll grow more popular naturally and by helping other people. In addition, mag, proportionate to your ranking, will accumulate daily at any coronation rock, where leading candidates' faces are carved into their surface by the king's magic. You can collect multiple days' worth at once. So does that mean that I could be the king? Let's see, what was it? Popularity rank 8121. I don't know how big the kingdom is. That if there's 1 million people, I'm pretty high up. I don't know how much competition I've got. But I'm not near the first place, we'll put it that way. Through the power of the archetypes, I can hear the voices of past heroes' souls. As of yet, thou art but a nameless wretch. Thank you. In the time to come, we shall judge if thou art a worthy vessel for our power. The true king, who the people wouldst choose, must be as a culmination of the heroes of Eld. If thou shouldst use thy power as 'tis meant to be, the path will be open before thee. Use thy strength for justice, and save the people of the realm. Make real the world that was beyond our grasp.
Whoa.
Did that voice belong to your archetype? It's true that under the king's rules, anyone could be crowned, even you. But I think stopping this calamity is way more important than worrying about that right now. Oh, we killed two birds with one stone, saving the world from the calamity.
Got it?
I'm worried about Maria, but let's do what we can for now.
Let's move.
We'll free Alcest from his dying regrets. For his highness's sake as well. And what does my little fairy have to say? The gate to the mausoleum is to the left of the recruitment center, right? Let's go take a look. Am I still in front of the cathedral? Okay. What's this guy got to say?
Hello there.
We came to see the coronation rock.
Sure.
We just take a look and then be on our way? So I can go see the... Oh.
This?
It's a stone created by the royal magic. If the faces appear in the giant stone king's eye, then they also appear here.
Oh, yeah?
Let's see what we have. First up is Forden. Is that the high priestess guy? It appears Luis is second. The third, who is this? There are some other smaller faces too. I don't recognize any of them. No telling where it goes from here, though. It's still pretty uncharted territory for us.
Yep.
Now we know where we stand. Shall we get back to it? Yeah. Oh, what do you have to say?
I'm heading out.
Oh, that settled this. Okay.
This I can
I'm running out of options here.
We've made enemies of Luis. Do you know what that means? It's not just his elite private army we need to worry about. Luis himself is an extraordinary mage. Once he draws that magic-imbued sword of his, the only thing that awaits is death. Ah, closure. I don't know. I said that word like I knew how to pronounce it, but I don't. What can we do against an opponent like him? Ag. Why did I become a soldier to begin with? I should be a voice actor. I've always thought so.
I see the soldiers' morale is all but evaporated.
What is this guy?
Someone else's problem.
You there?
Don't presume this is just some paltry mustery shop from the Monovia archipelago to, I know I'm saying that wrong, to Montario. We've wares from all over the country. It's funny, it's one of those words I know, I think Nick or Brad specifically corrected me on. And I say it, I'm saying it how I've always said it, which I know is wrong. I can't remember what the right way to say it. So there we are. I don't want to Google it every fucking time. The costs sometimes reflect the fact accordingly, however. We've all sorts of things. From gear with the power to heal, to foodstuffs, to, well, nothing you'd want in your kitchen. Yeah, see, Evie, you don't care if I say every third word wrong. Sometimes I do it on purpose, because I think it's funny. Other times, because I don't know how the fuck to say it. Got your copy of Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster on Switch. Alright. Blue Brother, Pina Cadre! Oh, thank you, Blue Brother. I heard my name, I didn't hear what... It was in reference to my pronunciation of the word archipelago. Which, came up in the dialogue that I was reading. And I'm pretty sure I've always pronounced it that way, and I'm pretty sure I've been corrected by you or Brad in the past. That's why I brought up your name. So I said, I'm pretty sure they corrected me and we established how I was supposed to say it. But that could have been a year or two ago. I remember being corrected. And I remember figuring out how to say it. And then I don't remember the actual how to say it. It's an archipelago? Archipelago? Anyways. To just figure out how to say it correctly. Alright. Fine. Maybe, no, I was going to say maybe I'll remember how to say it this time. But I won't. Oh.
Archipelago.
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 Archipelago. Archipelago.
Okay. Archipelago. There we go. And then when it comes up again, maybe even an hour or two from now, I'll probably say it wrong. See, that's where Brad says, then just figure out how to say it correctly. But that doesn't help when I forget almost immediately. That's what happens when you turn 51, Brad. The costs sometimes reflect the fact... Okay. Soothing sweet bun? And a mindless mallet? I don't know what the shit... I don't know what this stuff is. Seems a little bit sus.
Hang on a minute, you.
Yeah, since I don't have very much money, it's probably a bad idea for me to just be buying expensive shit that I don't know what it is. Or even affordable shit that I don't know what it is.
All right.
No lookouts that I can see. Will not be discovered going in or out of the cathedral as we please.
Well...
It's so quiet. It's kind of creepy.
Even so.
Archipelago. You just said some TJ style street tacos today. Oh, Food Brother, that sounds good. I had a jerk style, it was a jerk chicken sandwich for dinner. It was unbelievably spicy. I'd never had jerk chicken before. I thought it might have a little kick to it, but I wasn't on notice that it was gonna set my mouth on fire, and then probably when I'm trying to go to sleep tonight, set my asshole on fire. I can only assume that that's how my evening is gonna be at some point. Archipelago? Wait, it's a go at the end, right? Am I saying that wrong? Archipelago. Archipelagan. But archipelago. Oh, right. No, you got it. Yeah. Wow. Nick, you're really good at describing how to say words. You have a talent for that. I'd rather have avoided disturbing the dead, but we cannot let that stop us here.
I'm a little worried.
A little worried about the people left in the place.
Let's go.
Let's head to the cathedral. We're going after that necromancer. We're going to catch him, for Grius' sake as well.
All right.
Just as I thought, this area has yet to be sealed off. We should be able to enter through here. Let's make sure he's got nothing new to say.
Now, where was I?
Nothing says urgency than stopping to read a book.
Do make yourself at home.
Sometimes he's got more stuff to say.
Yes, that's right.
The Grand Cathedral, I recall visiting a few times, an iconic structure, and a symbol of the sheer power of sanctism holds in the kingdom. I believe it was also where they kept the royal scepter, instrument of the royal magic, that lofty power said to shake the world's very foundation. I know I've already said this, but I love the music in this place. Like, I could just come in here. Actually, last night when I was playing the demo, I was really tired, and I'm pretty sure there was a bunch of dialogue happening while I was in. I think it was when I was in here, and I actually fell asleep. It was like I was being lullabied to bed. Like, I was sitting there reading, my eyes got heavy, and I was dozing for probably about a half hour with like headphones on. I was playing on my recliner chair on my Steam Deck, so it was like this super relaxed position, and I think it was this music I was sleeping to. Should that scepter fall into the wrong hands, it would spell dire consequences for the country, not the least of which fracturing the much-needed faith of the people. The man you stand against, the man known as Luis, may be one of the most powerful wielders of magic alive today.
Fascinating.
If you would fight, you must strive to reach the pinnacle of your archetype, and train well alongside your allies. Indeed, I am curious to see who prevails. Alright. We gotta stop by, see the cat. His fur is so soft and clean. Makes me curious how he takes care of it. He licks his entire body. That's how they do it. Yeah, this music is like, it's gonna. Oh yeah. It's just a little lullaby. It does get a little bit bombastic though. All right. Oh, it pains me to leave.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go back to reality.
You'll come again, won't you?
I bid you farewell and good luck. It's like you're going to your happy place. That's a little bit like I used to do. Well, once in a while I still do it, but have like little visualizations I'll do in my head of retreating to a safe place. So for me, it was always like a big ship, like the SDF-1 from Robotech, but the bridge was all my custom bridge. I'd be on the bridge of a ship. I'd have all these loyal, like, officers at my side, and whatever the ship would be in combat, and that was like my real life, was the ship getting shot when things were stressing me out. It's the ship getting shot by missiles and explosions happening and all whatever. But the ship held, even if it was crashing. For a few years, the ship was stuck at the bottom of the sea, you know.
Look.
This path leads back to the entrance of the Grand Cathedral. Security should be lighter than it is at the front.
Ready?
All right, let's go inside. Not yet.
Understood.
I just realized I need to save. Because you can't save anywhere. Any old place, but I can save here before I go in.
Look.
Yeah.
Ready?
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like?
It's downright eerie. Much too quiet in here. We have no choice but to steel ourselves and move on. This is the only way left open to us.
Let's hurry.
Area looks clear. Let's hurry. I wonder if the mausoleum is going to be affected by the necromancer.
Onward.
Look.
Hey. I can see there's a treasure chest on the map. But I don't see how to get to it. There must be a way from the other side. I will not rest until I have found the chest. That's a song, I made it up. A locked door, you say? More locked doors? Uh-oh. What? I want to go through the locked doors. I don't trust that smoke up there in the door. That's ominous. Gonna hit the smoke. Alright.
Wait.
Getting a strange feeling from ahead. So am I. Is it the black, inky, haunted smoke? Is that the thing? Same feeling I had at the abandoned mine before. But the mines were... What do you sense? There was a human monster thingy. I don't know, but I've got a bad feeling about this. What's the plan, Larek? We're going in. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Right, no time to second guess ourselves. Oh, I didn't even check to see what this lady was. I should have checked to see what she was before we went in.
What's going on? We can't get through the door.
Strange as he is, that pale fellow's magic works. Good for rooting out the rats.
That blasted mage set a trap. Not surprising. We knew he was expecting us.
And you still fell for it? At least you'll be in good company.
What? I can't be.
No way.
No, it's like zombie Grius? No, don't make us fight zombie Grius. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. What? Well, he was never that powerful when we were alive, or he was alive. What the hell is
Stop
this?
it! Don't! Why would you die for revenge of all things? The man I fought beside was not so ruled by anger and malice. Elsis, tell me, please.
Damn. Maybe we shouldn't have gone through that door.
Is this the price of my failure then? The prince. For having lost him, you too would abandon me. Why did you leave me alone in the dark when you escaped with his highness? I have sought him for so many years to no avail. And now, I... Of course. 'Tis only just that you be the one to send me to him now.
Get up! Fight!
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
No! You have it wrong!
The prince is alive!
Hey!
He's right. We do hunt Luis, but not for revenge. We mean to lift the prince's curse.
Is that true? His highness is... still...
Yes, he lives. So you have to keep fighting!
You mean... if that's true, then I... O lodestar who wanders in solemn duty.
Oh, she's awakening to her own archetype.
Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Now my new calling, transcending all oaths. I choose life of my own will!
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities become thy light. Thou art the brilliant star that shall illuminate the King's Road. Now, awaken.
My name is Iselin Pacelli Majal Hulkenberg.
Oh, shit.
I am knight, I am commander, and last of the honor guard!
This is how you transform. Your heart becomes like steel.
Once more, I take up arms in my liege's name!
That's a little weird touch, but that's part of the process. But you tear your own heart out. Holy shit.
Alcest, I will see you freed. For the liege I am sworn to.
She's
In
badass.
his royal name, with this power, I shall open the way! Alcest, 'tis almost finished.
I'm sensing a huge surge of power. Hang on. It almost seems like the two archetypes are resonating with each other.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is also something based on how Persona works. I mean, that's what I heard going into this game. Is like literally, they take a lot of the unique mechanics of Persona and just took it out of the Persona world setting and put it into a fantasy setting, translated it to a fantasy setting, more or less. You've unlocked synthesis skills. Synthesis skills are special, cooperative skills available according to the party's channeled archetypes. Access them by pressing A on a party member's turn. In order to perform any synthesis skill, a second party member with a specific archetype channel is necessary. So probably her and the if she's like a knight and the other guy's a warrior, I bet that's causes synthesis. Synthesis skills consume the collaborator's turn, in addition to the active character's turn icon. Okay. So it counts as a turn icon for each of them.
Rias, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so she's a knight. That is her thing. So let's see. Synthesis.
Let us fight as one.
Protect Guard raises a barrier that nullifies one attack. Magic Guard nullifies one elemental attack. And those are syntheses that she has with with Lawrick as a healer, and then deals. This is one that she has with the warrior. Deals medium physical piercing damage to one enemy, lowers their defense for 3 turns. Yeah, let's do it.
I'm counting on you. Roll with
Oh.
royal might.
Oh, this is badass. Damn!
In the name of justice.
So what does he do?
Let's make an end of it.
Oh, he can't. Round slash. He can do round slash with either one of them. But it takes. We only have one turn point left. So.
No. Warrior.
Phantom Dan. Ah. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, please.
All right.
Healer.
Undead and light is probably a good combo. All right. Can we get through this round?
Comrades, lend me your strength. No, not this. Let justice prevail.
Knight's Proclamation draws attention and takes attacks for allies. But she's got a shit ton of health, so if she can
Is that all?
taunt him.
In the name of justice. After me.
Something else.
Let's see, should I try the team up? That's a lot of hit points. It deals weak physical slash damage to all enemies. Oh, that doesn't help. So this is like an AoE attack, but it's not good for this situation.
No holding back.
Diagonal slash.
Let's stay calm.
And of course,
Let's
his Hama is good.
Come. Not now.
Let's just do a regular attack for her.
Is that all? Only a flesh wound.
Oh, she's doing pretty well. All right. Let's see, what team ups does he do? Nothing. He doesn't do any.
Their weakness.
And let's do that proclamation again.
I stand waiting.
Now, what's the play? I shall vanquish evil.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
This is nothing.
Okay. I thought the thing he did was the thing where all the images attack everybody. We got my 2 other guys are pretty beat up. That's the reason I'm glad she can draw the attacks. But he's so close. We're so close to taking him out.
Their weakness.
All right, let's finish
Let
this
us
shit.
fight as one.
Finish this shit.
All right, let's go.
And thus I.
Besides, I want to see this badass charge attack again.
Alcest.
His Highness and Maria's home. I leave them in your hands.
We'll do as you ask, friend. I swear it.
I'm a little sad. I thought maybe we could be friends with Zombie Grius.
That'll do.
I admit, it feels good to get stronger.
Got Grius's memento.
Rest now, Alsace. We will protect Maria and His Royal Highness.
Like, I'm actually getting a little choked up right now.
Well, isn't this crystal just like what we saw in the abandoned mine? It gives me the same nasty feeling. Come on, let's just destroy it.
Guru's gonna eat Guru's memento.
First he wakes the dead, and now this bizarre object. This man is dangerous and must be stopped.
You said you were a royal knight, didn't you? Were you there on the night the prince was attacked?
Yes, though I was the least among the Order then. We saw His Highness afflicted with a horrific curse. But soon after, he mysteriously vanished. Alsace was one of His Highness's closest confidants when he disappeared. I'd wondered if they were both lost to us.
But I could see it when we told you the truth. You believed the prince was alive, didn't you?
I'd left my post to wander the land. A search party, at least in intent. News of the king's demise brought me back. Thence, we met. Now, onward. Tis nothing. Let us go.
Doesn't look like nothing.
Don't tis nothing me. You took a hard hit early on. Let's head back for now.
But...
We've come this far, so he'll be looking to buy time. It's just as you advised before. We can't rush in if we're to see this through. What say you? We can withdraw for now, right?
Yeah.
Yes. We should head back.
I'll trust your judgment. Homeward, then.
Ah, you're just in time. Maria's awake. She's not hurt too badly, but she's locked up in her room and won't come out. I told her that her father wouldn't be coming home.
Oh boy.
So she knows.
Oh, I should say, I found a note in his belongings. Meant for you all, I'm sure. It said, if there's anything left that could serve you, take it. I left his belongings in his room, so you're free to have a look.
Grius entrusted his belongings to us. Okay.
Now that you're here, I'll go check on her one more time. Try to rest, and I'll be back shortly.
Damn you, Louise.
Can I assume you're still dedicated to the mission?
Mission?
Killing Louise to lift the prince's curse. We've lost a lot already. We can't afford to give up after one failure.
Don't worry. I've no intention of giving up now.
What do you think? Are you going after Louise?
I mean, yeah.
Of course I am.
Yes. Someone has to bring the bastard to justice. You saw what would happen under his rule. We can't just let him doom this country.
Thus do you seek Louise's death. Knowing the truth, may I join your cause? I heard of your trials at the fort, and considering all I've seen and heard, Louise clearly aims to seize the throne. Allow me to lend my blade. Even if we can put the man down, if we can't save the heir to the throne, it would be all for naught. Until the day His Highness, the prince's life is saved, I will fight through all obstacles.
We'd be happy to have you. But are you sure?
It is but another leg on my own long journey, and now I may travel in good company. What say you?
Yeah.
We'd welcome you, gladly.
Truly. Thank you. I shall strive to protect you, as you saved me.
Seems a bit redundant to say after all you've done for us, but we're glad to have you.
Leave it to me.
The ever-loyal knight has become your ally.
Then let us be bound in both purpose and trust. My life is your shield, and my blade is your strength.
Hey, Matus! It's Thursday Part 1 out here. Lawyer call!
The steadfast vassal, Hulkenberg. Within her dwells the virtue of the knight. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
I would stake my very life upon it.
Party cannot study knight. Okay. I sense the heroic embodiment of knight from Hulkenberg. You cannot study knight in academia. Try seeing what new powers await you.
Oh, now that she's part of the team, we ought to show her. Here. This is the prince.
Oh, there's a little mirror thing.
He's been asleep for a long, long time.
His Royal Highness.
He's stable. But unless we can do something about that curse, he's finished.
That mage could be the key to this. I couldn't guess what he aims to accomplish, but if we can capture him, he could lead us straight to Luis.
Doubtless he seeks the royal scepter. 'Tis enshrined in a chamber in the cathedral under a powerful warding seal. Such magic would likely take days of concentration to dispel, even with powers to do so.
You figure that's why he said we've got until the mourning period ends? If it's true, we still have some days until the mourning ends. Leaves us a little time to spare. But what did he mean when he told us to wait for the day of calamity? Just an ominous name for the day he grabs the scepter?
He can tell us himself at the end of a sword. The innkeeper's given her blessing, so we'll use this place as our headquarters for now.
Yeah, probably for the best. It's already gotten late today, so let's reconvene here tomorrow. Do you feel responsible for Grius and Maria?
So if you're responsible for what happened to them? No.
I want to say there's nothing else we could have done.
Yeah. But that doesn't keep it from hurting.
That's quite a mouthful. Was that her first name? Iselin Burcelli Migel Hulkenberg. It is a mouthful.
I don't make much of a guide, do I? I can't even get proper directions. God, I wish I wasn't so useless.
You got us this far.
You're the one who's gotten us this far, Gallica.
You think so? Well, it's nice of you to say. My grief is getting the better of me. But I've got to shape up. Grius gave his life for that mission. We can't let him down. Let's figure it out as a team, all right? I'll do whatever I can.
I can sense Gallica's heartbreak, her trust, and her determination. Ooh, I increased my bond with Gallica.
Gotta focus on the here and now, not the past.
Reduces the mad cost of studying the mage lineage. Right now, I don't think we got anyone that can take the mage lineage.
Well, you should get some rest tonight in preparation for tomorrow. Let's rest.
Why don't we rest early to prepare for tomorrow? No walking around. Last time we spent the night here, I got to walk around and I read Maria a bedtime story. from my special fantasy book about the real world. They're gonna check on Maria. Hear Maria's pained crying as Fabienne comforts her. Okay, maybe it's not a good time. What about, can I go to Grius's room? Grius, to think that he's gone. I only wish I could have thanked him. We owe him for leading us to a real knight. I confess I was relieved to see His Highness, though he's certainly grown since I knew him. Tonight we shall have our due rest and prepare for tomorrow. To finish Alcé's fight is a grand undertaking, and we cannot fail him. Is there anything back here to look at? Oh, there is. Here's a little hole with little eyes. It's a mouse. It's like a mouse trap, and there's a mouse trap with cheese. A little mouse hole. Hey, buddies. Food shelf. Fabienne's groceries for the inn are all lined up. I don't want to get in her way, so I'll leave them alone. I'm guessing they don't have a food inspector to come and check out the kitchen because, the rat hole in the corner?
Let's rest.
Alright, she just says, let's rest. Alright, I think we've looked at everything that we can look at. Can I actually leave?
I'm tired.
Oh no, the fairy does a good job of keep you from stepping out of line. It's like, no, it's bedtime. Alright? It's bedtime. Alright, fine. Let's see, can I save at least? Just considered if I should stop playing now, but I think I want to keep going. I'm getting a little tired, but alright. Going to bed. See, when he goes to bed, makes me think about going to bed. Bed seems rather stiff, but I can still rest in it. Maybe it's time to call it a night? Yeah. Late night. Oh, we going to dream about the place?
Really? What exactly do you have against sleep?
Apparently, we've been invited to
I saw
academia.
it all unfold. An ally became a friend, and he awakened to your power. But his path was cut short. It is all too easy to forget the fragility of life, until the tragedy of its loss. Yet, I feel his efforts were not in vain. He never turned from his fears and worries, unflinching to the last. Just as the lives of old heroes are passed down through their tales, so too will his heart. You have inherited the story of an unsung revolutionary and all its power.
Damn, this is choking me up a little. The mag used by Grius has been inherited.
Yet be warned, such power rarely awakens without trials. Even should you overcome them, your virtues will be tested, time and time again. You must carry on, honing your archetypes and heart with painful sincerity. That is the first step towards changing the world. I have faith in you.
Wow. You may come across items that grow your archetypes in various places, similar to the hero's incense you receive from Moore. You can use them from the item menu. They'll grant you experience directly to an archetype without having to battle.
Forgive me. There's one more important thing. You can visit as long as you have the calm and time to open a book. But when threats lurk nearby, we may not always have the luxury of attention undivided. And danger is an inconvenience so often encountered, of course. As such.
Yeah.
A smart-looking fellow, isn't he? There's a special magic igniter embedded in his collar, too. Much as I'd like to join you in person, I cannot. I can, however, send his consciousness in my place.
Maybe to bring the cat with me? A cat ghost?
If you see him in places of battle, do stop to pet him, won't you?
Oh, of course
You'll
I
find
will.
him a most helpful companion.
I pet the kitty.
If you would survive the trials to come, think not only of the powers you know, but how they might be combined. Now, until we meet again.
What?
Oh, it's a little cutscene. That's what's going on with the necromancer. Something's amiss. Is the spell broken? Has the crystal in the ground been shattered? Hey, yeah, I did that. Shit. No, surely not this quickly. The soldiers couldn't possibly.
No matter.
Trivial, all of it. More importantly, a rather complicated sealing spell, but I see its workings. Breaking it will only be a matter of time. So close to the hall of the royal scepter. The plan is near its fruition, and the calamity draws ever closer. Hey, hey, hey! Ha 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 ha! See? This is grade A voice acting.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
So this has a whole calendar thing, just like Persona does too. You have to manage your days and stuff.
Sorry.
I apologize that we have commandeered your home.
Think nothing of it.
This is my fight too. You're going after that man in the cathedral, aren't you?
Yeah.
Surely before the day of calamity that he's warned about. I don't know what he's plotting, but I want nothing more than to foil it. We can't let a tragedy that would rob this country of its future come to pass, not only for the prince, but for Grius as well.
I'd say...
One last matter. I am yet unused to this strange power. Once we take to the field again, I would look to another for orders. I think that's just their way of saying that I'll be commanding her in battle. You can set people to act automatically according to certain parameters, including one just telling them do whatever you want to do. There's by default they seem to be setting them under my control. Lorik, you seem best suited to the task. That is the role you've been serving thus far, yes? How much do you think she spends in a month on ear care product? I would say probably about 6 to 7 times more than a regular person. That was in Persona as well. Okay. That's the thing about directly commanding turn-based characters or having some automated sequences. That's actually a somewhat common feature across many JRPGs. There's a lot that these games do that no other JRPGs do, though. But that feature is one of the things that's sort of a staple in JRPGs. Like when I was playing, I think maybe even Trails in the Sky might have had that option. But I know when I was playing Dragon Quest XI, you definitely have that option. You can set everyone to auto, but then you set like certain parameters, like don't use any magic points, don't use any items, or use your best judgment, but try to conserve mana. There's like different things you select, and they'll all just sort of go off of that. Lorik, okay.
It'll be all right.
No objections here. He's certainly gotten me out of plenty of nasty situations.
All good.
I agree. You up for that, Lorik? Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Got it. May you lead us to victory.
True.
I suppose that would make you our captain. A fitting title for a company's tactical authority, no?
For real.
I guess, but it sounded so formal. I don't know if I could get used to calling him that.
Now then.
Esro and return to the cathedral. Yours is the final say, but we'd be better served by prudence than haste.
Yeah.
So probably they'll be like, I'll have a week. I think the weeks in this game are 5 days. Probably I'll have 5 days to like get my shit together and have a deadline of 5 days to attack the cathedral. Let's make sure we're ready for this. Gallica, when it's time to go, you give us the word.
Got it.
Stay calm, everyone. You can do this.
Let's focus.
Okay, quest start. Necromancer take Operation Necromancer Takedown. Luis's Necromancer subordinate must be stopped. I need to discover Luis's whereabouts as well. Who knows what could happen on the day of the prophesied calamity. Deadline 6/21. Days left 10. The difficulty is apparently considered rank 2. Mission with a deadline has begun. Meet up with your allies at the catacombs entrance to challenge the Grand Cathedral. Failure to complete your mission by the deadline will result in a game over. You must defeat the Necromancer before the day of calamity. On a given day, you will have time to do one thing in the day and another at night. Dungeons can only be visited during the day, and you'll need your rest that night. So basically, if you do a dungeon, and I think this is like Persona as well, if you do a dungeon, that's the whole day. You don't do anything else. Can we send the Necromancer some Visine? I don't know what the options are. Maybe. That would make a lot of sense if we could, though. On the local map, there are icons indicating where you can hone your royal virtues, people who have requests, and where your followers are. Raising your royal virtues and strengthening your bonds with your followers is the key to obtaining new archetypes. Use your free time wisely and strive to be the best version of yourself. If an action will consume time, the choice will be marked with a clock symbol. Keep this in mind so you can plan your activities accordingly.
Hey there!
You got a sec? I was thinking, isn't Grand Triad just huge? All this running from end to end must be so tiring. So I was thinking, you've got His Highness's sword, right? Maybe you could do something cool with it. Gloria said the sword was forged with magla. With a little magic, I think I can make it float. Oh, I seen this in the trailers. He can use it like a hoverboard, like a skateboard, like the hoverboard from Back to the Future.
Give it a shot.
That's what the prince used to do, remember? So let's give it a try. Picture levitating, then see if you can stand on it. So instead of having a mount, you can basically skateboard on your sword. Because magic. While in safe areas like cities, press B to hop on your blade and quickly ride through the area. You can increase your speed by holding right trigger.
We should go.
First thing we need to do is head to Grand Cathedral. Do we need to do that right now? I thought we were talking about not doing that right away.
What's happened?
Darius did it? No way. You sure you're not wrong? Okay, this definitely... This guy wants to talk.
Can't see a single good option here.
What shall I do? I cannot buy the medicine that my sick daughter needs. Medicine? Is it that expensive? Surfing on your sword blade sounds safe and not at all a maintenance nightmare for your weapon. No, what's the problem? It's floating, you know? It's not scraping. It's not scraping against the... It's not scraping against the cobblestones like some kind of Neanderthal would do. Just riding around their sword, scraping on the cobblestones. It's magic. It floats, you know? It'll be fine. It'll be fine, Matthews. Don't worry about it. Yes, it is, or to put it more accurately, it costs more than what a Mustari in this city is capable of earning. My daughter won't be long for this world if I can't get my hands on this medicine. My heart aches to see her so racked by cough. Oh, I don't say good luck with that. No, I have to start doing nice things to people so I can become the king. Or something.
Yeah.
Our mission is still our top priority, but it shouldn't take up too much of our time to squeeze in a quick shopping trip and help them out.
You there?
What? Don't be ridiculous. We Mustari are treated poorly, but the people here hate the Elda even more. I've heard that all Elda are anathema. or anathema to the Sanctus. I mean, I know basically what it means, but the Sanctus is the official religion. They hate my race. The medicine can be purchased at a church, but I doubt they'd do business with you. What medicine is it? Well, it's a respiratory medicine called Breath of Fresh Air. They sell it at St. Firmus Church.
I hope it's not too much trouble.
I'm hesitant to get my hopes up, but should you somehow obtain it, please bring it to me.
If so...
It should be on San Lumio Street. Think they'll sell us medicine?
Let's give it a shot.
Quest start. I need to purchase the Breath of Fresh Air, a medicine, and deliver it to the requester. It's apparently sold at St. Fermi's Church on San Lumio Street in Grand Chat. Okay. The rewards for solving people's requests are not limited to just money or items. You could even unlock a new archetype. The harder the request, the greater the reward you can expect. You may be requested to slay certain monsters outside the city, for example. You can review the requests you've already taken in the quest section of the main menu. Enemy difficulty is also noted there, so you don't have to tackle quests blindly. Some requests have time limits. If you fail to complete a request in the designated time, it will be marked expired. You can no longer acquire rewards for requests past the deadline, so keep an eye on your time. You can review deadlines in the quest section of the main menu.
What now?
Travelers' voices in requests. You can see other travelers' party formations details from the time they cleared the quest while viewing the request. So I've looked at this before. I'm not 100% sure how useful this is, but you can basically, it'll throw up a whole bunch of information about what other players who did that quest, what levels their characters were, and what archetypes they were using at what levels when they finished that quest. When I did it, it was like the very first quest that everyone did in the tutorial, so maybe it's like it wasn't that variant from what I was doing. It was still, actually was kind of helpful to look at. It did help me choose one decision, which is which archetype to give Grius. And it didn't pave the way for me, but it let me know that, like, so I ended up making him a mage when he seemed like a warrior, but he mentioned something about trying to learn magic when he was a younger man and kind of being disappointed that he couldn't. And then we unlocked the mage archetype right when he became, like, awoken. And so I was like, oh shit, I think maybe I should make him a mage. Alright. View details of requests using that to see more information about battles that occur. Pagan's Dilemma. Is this where I can see that? Increases tolerance? That's one of the... It's one of the kingly... You have these, like, kingly virtues. Courage, wisdom, tolerance, eloquence, and tongue-tied. I'm 1, 0, 1 on all of those. Travelers' Voices, Town. Alright. Alright, so their ranks were all a lot higher than mine. Interesting. At least of all these, only one person has the healer archetype selected. That's a little surprising. You cannot stand the Elda, Matus. I'm sorry, man.
Alright then.
Exploring town. You can instantly travel to locations you've previously visited in the map screen. Alright, I don't feel like doing that just now. Because there's a lot of shit around me. But wait. Oh, my popularity rank? 8121. That seems a little higher than what it used to be. Yeah, still a nameless wretch, I know. Blah, blah, blah. I pushed the wrong button. I just want to look at them. Yeah. Yeah, I know. We already read that.
All right, then.
Okay, confirm. Okay, so can fast travel here. Moore's Phantom. I think I'm gonna stick with Mage for now, or for... What is this? Okay.
Whatever.
Oi, Elder Lad, going somewhere? Up to you, of course, but I wouldn't go anywhere near the Grand Cathedral if I was you. Rumor has it that Luis, you know the bloke, has sent his private army to occupy it. Unless you fancy losing your life, I wouldn't get tangled up with that lot. Alright, tell me something I don't know. Knowledgeable man.
Hey.
Okay. If I may ask just one thing, are you all going to the Grand Cathedral? Well, not at the... I don't think at this very second I'm going.
Why?
Who told you that? Calm yourself. There's no need to be so wary. I won't say a word about it to anyone else. On the contrary, I'd like to help you. I've got intel on the monsters within the Grand Cathedral. And you could always use more information, couldn't you?
What?
Information? I'm what some call an informant. I sell information. So how about it? Any interest in paying for knowledge? Buying intel gives you more than just what you've heard from the informant. It has various effects, such as unlocking information about enemies in battle using Analyze. Okay. Informants can be found skulking in taverns across Uchronia. Consider seeking them out, especially if you want hints about what to do next. You can view information you've purchased in the items section of the main menu via the information panel. Man, learning this game while I'm streaming is a little tiring, I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of reading. Well, let's just see what, when I offer to buy, what he's offering me. Oh, it's not that expensive at all. Learn about the current state of the Regolith Grand Cathedral. According to reports, it's teeming with monsters. I'll pay $150, yeah. I thought it was going to be more than that. If you're set on going to the Grand Cathedral, be wary. I've heard the place is a veritable den of monsters now. Okay, we know that. I think. I just assume this is the work of that man, the necromancer. Ugh. Just the thought of bones and corpses moving on their own sends a chill down my spine. I heard they're weak to light magic. We already figured that out, yes. In addition, the skeletal ones are weak to physical blows. But your fists fly and smack them around a bit. I also heard about a moving stone statue.
Just between us.
Couldn't tell you why, but there's a statue in there that comes to life. They're apparently immune to sword attacks, so be careful. So maybe maces and shit. I heard they're weak to wind magic, so if you're heading over there, keep light, wind, and weapons in your arsenal. That's all I know. I know little of your motives, but regardless, I hope you succeed. That man needs to be stopped to end this madness at the cathedral. I received a scrap of paper inscribed with the information I just heard. I'll put it away so I can check it later.
Hey!
You're set on going to the cathedral. Okay, yeah. Alright. Yeah, you told me all this already. I think I accidentally initiated dialogue with him again.
Come again anytime.
You're right.
Some of this information would be useful, but the Honeybee Inn, shady looking guy like him is regular there? This is supposedly like the really shady part of town. That was the thing that's a little funny. When we were first coming to this inn, as we're coming down here, people are like, oh, you're trying to find that inn? That's like the worst place, the most dangerous place in this town. And you go in there and it's run by this nice lady and a little girl. Like, alright, yeah, it looks real rough and tumble. There's an 8-year-old girl serving food. Worrying about it won't solve anything, but I can't stop thinking about Maria's. Every time I see Maria's room or Fabian's face, I just can't shake the guilt. You can't blame yourself.
Yeah.
You're right, there's much and more to do before we can feel sorry for ourselves. We were only beside him a short time, but we risked our lives together. What we learned was invaluable. Knowing the risk, he still became our ally, still took us under his wing. Perhaps I saw something of my late father in him. He was a man who put family first and country a close second, though they looked nothing alike. Still, I mustn't dwell on it. Grius wouldn't want us to focus on what's... Grius would want us to focus on what's ahead, and he would be right.
What's happened?
Oh, what does she have to say? I apologize for making you shoulder the burden of captaincy, but if you have the strength the title demands, I trust you to wield it well.
So?
We cannot leave the Grand Cathedral in its current state. Shall we be off to it then? No, not yet. I have things to do.
I see.
Not tarry over long then. Are we supposed to go right now? They make it sound like... Okay, let's look at the calendar. They make it sound like I got 10 days. But then at the same time, they seem to be... Like, when they ask me that right now, it seems like they're asking, should we go do that big mission right now? I thought everyone agreed we shouldn't go straight away. Let's see.
What now?
Okay, so right now is the 12th. Events prevent Day of Calamity? So does this mean I can only do this on certain days? Prevent Day of Calamity. I'm not sure. There's a lot I'm still sort of figuring out about this game.
All right, then.
You see that skateboard thingy? Oh, yeah, bitch. Oh, oh.
Humans just can't stand it.
Oh. Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Humans.
All right, I think this may be a good time for me to stop. I am starting to get tired.
You're not
And
getting off the hook
they're
for that.
they're throwing a lot of tutorial shit at me, which when I'm tired, I'm not like in the best mindset to be learning that stuff while I'm live streaming. All right, we're gonna save. Save complete.
What now?
Return to title. Alright. Exit game. Though I'm not 100% sure I'm leaving yet. Nah, I should think about leaving. I was like, I could play a little bit of Icarus. Because that doesn't require me to think too much. I just go hit some rocks with the pickaxe. I know Nick said I can't leave while it's still my birthday. But, counterpoint, it's my birthday. And I was thinking of that song, it's my party and I'll cry if I want to. It's all super oldie. Cry if I want, but it's my birthday and I'll go to bed if I want to. That would be if I made that song today. That would be the lyrics. I can't leave until tomorrow, when the day of birthing has passed. Well, you know what? I didn't mark the occasion, but when I was born like 9:08 p.m. We technically passed the minute of birthing. I didn't even stop to be like, hey, look, it's 9:08 p.m. The minute that I was born. I could play a little bit of a.k.a. No, I can't. Definitely can't. Let me see. Counterpoint. It's called a birthday, not a birth minute. That is true. I've never heard anyone talk about celebrating their birth minute. That would suck. If you're like, all right, you have 1 minute out of the year to celebrate your birth. All right. Oh, but it's coming up 20 minutes. All right. And then when the actual minute happens, there's like, you get a stopwatch. Like, all right, get ready to celebrate your birth minute. And you click it. And then everyone dances around for 60 seconds. And then click. And then it's all right. Business as usual. Get back to work or whatever it is. Ah, good times. Amazon gives their employees their birth minutes off. Oh, that's awfully generous of them. Is that paid? Do they give them is it paid? Or it's probably not. They just don't have to work for that minute. Like, remember to clock out. You spend a whole time clocking out and then clocking back in again. That's how you spend your birth minute. Unpaid. They give him a bigger piss bottle. Let me see, which was the one? Here. I was talking about that Romancing Saga 2, which I was this close to buying, which Brad told me not to. But there's this like overview trailer that I think explains like what it is and why it feels different than other games. So I'll rest my voice for a minute. I'll show that to you guys. I'll show that to you all.
Let us tell you the tale of the Beren Empire and the generations of emperors that led it into prosperity. Discover the story of Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven. The seven heroes were once hailed as saviors, but the ancients feared their power and banished them to another dimension. They have now returned as villains bent on revenge. As legions of fiends swarm the world, you take on the role of ruler of the Beren Empire.
Praise be to the Empire.
As the story progresses, if you abdicate, or if your emperor is defeated in battle, you'll select the new emperor from a variety of potential heirs. Thanks to the inheritance magic that passes the abilities from one emperor to another, you will grow stronger across successive generations to defend your legacy and defeat the seven heroes.
We will have our vengeance.
The Emperor cannot save the world on their own. To build your team is as simple as going into a tavern. While you're at it, don't forget to help yourself to a tasty beverage on the house. Recruit powerful allies from existing Imperial forces, freelance specialists, or alliances you've made. Select from over 30 different classes featuring a wide variety of professions and races, each with their own favorite weapon, unique abilities, and effective tactics. Before throwing yourselves into the next battle, prepare your retinue's weapon techs and spells. Finally, choose from a wide range of formations which provide unique benefits to your team. More formations will become available as the story progresses. Freely explore the vast Varen Empire and discover its various locations and cultures. Don't be shy and speak with the inhabitants to unlock new locations along your journey. You'll meet dangerous foes, but also potential allies. Different outcomes will rise depending on your approaches and choices.
Should you require anything of us, we'll be right here.
What is your particular quarrel with the heroes? That they threaten the peace or the size of your empire? Your honesty is refreshing. I shall ensure that my people will assist you.
Developing the Empire in its capital Avalon over the successive generations is essential to create the most powerful battle retinue as possible. After finishing a key quest line, a new region will join your empire and contribute to its economy, which means more income to develop Avalon. Build key facilities such as the Smithy and the Incantations Lab. Upgrade them through generations to get access to advanced equipment and spells. Face deadly fiends in timeline turn-based battles. Spend battle points to use weapon techs and spells. Be careful of the life points. If they reach 0, the retinue member will die and become permanently removed from the game. Try using different weapon types and spells to find out what is most effective on your foes. Exploiting their weaknesses will fill the overdrive gauge and unlock the powerful United Attack. New techniques can occasionally be glimmered by using other weapon skills. After each battle, depending on how you fought, your retinue stats will level up. Which powerful allies will you make along your journey? Will you be up to the challenge of this epic battle that plays out over thousands of years? From how you expand the Empire to what order you challenge the 7 heroes, your actions and decisions will dramatically alter the course of your journey. Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven. Available October 24th, 2024. A free demo is also available, and you can transfer your progress over to the full game once purchased.
So, yeah. There's like a lot of stuff that the game is doing that sounds really interesting. The other JRPGs don't, especially the succession system. You play as the emperor of an empire, obviously, and if they either die in battle or at key milestones, like if they defeat one of the 7 villains that they're hunting, certain things will like cause another generation to pass, or 40 years, or even 80. It'll flash forward to 80 years, and you're playing their heir, but their heir inherits all of their memories and abilities. So it's like each emperor's like building upon the last one. There's something really like unique about that for a JRPG, which I thought was pretty cool. And so apparently, like it's sort of open what you're gonna do in those games. It's not a linear quest line, so each emperor only has so much time to do things. So they, depending on what they choose, changes like how the overall story unfolds. I don't know how much, like if it changes endings or what. I don't know how much it impacts it, but it sounds like it can make a pretty big difference. So, but I have also heard, like, well, Brad said feature bloat, and the series in general has, like, people said it has like jank and weird feature bloat. Like they layer too much stuff on there. And it's also supposed to be really hard. And that was another thing that gave me pause, because like I think about Bravely Default, which I was actually really enjoying Bravely Default, but it was challenging. And then I hit a point where I I got frustrated enough that I stopped playing it. So that's another thing where Brad, knowing me, is like, maybe you should stay away from that game. So, but I think what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to keep it on my wish list. And I imagine it's going to get cheap at some point. So if it ever drops, like, if it's on sale between 10 and, you know, maybe 15, 20 bucks, something, maybe I'll pick it up then. If only it played as well as that. Are you familiar with that particular game, Brad? I mean, I know the series has reputations, but that game in particular has a reputation for being, like, smoothed over for new audiences a bit. I mean, I played the demo for about maybe 2 or 3 hours, but the thing is, like you said, it after a certain amount of time, then they start layering all the shit on that makes it it makes it suck. But at least with the reviews I've been saying, I was reading, which made it sound like it might be more approachable. It's very deliberately more approachable than the rest of the series has been. But I don't know, are you basing this on this particular game or the series in general? Because the series in general was around in the 90s. This is a game that's actually a remake of a game that was released in 1993. Romancing Saga 2 was originally released in 1993, and it's widely considered like the best in the series. So it's the one that got the deluxe remake treatment that Square Enix gave it, and it came out like 3 weeks ago. You play the original, not the fancy remake, okay. Because I get the sense that the remake put a lot of effort into, like, smoothing it out a little bit. It's interesting, but it's not good. Well, see, here's the thing. Like, I'm willing to believe you, Brad. Because you're willing to recommend and enjoy watching me play all sorts of things that are horrible, tormenting games. You want Legend of Dragoon remastered? That would be so much... Oh, I don't even remember that. Legend of Dragoon? That, like, rings an old bell. Let's see. But I don't remember it. That's how long ago it is. Legend of Dragoon. 1999. Was that original PlayStation release? I'm curious if there was something that was on my radar back then.
Welcome to the world of my imagination.
It's gonna be all cutscenes. I don't know, this looks like some nice little gameplay mixed up in there. The poor man's Final Fantasy? I'm trying to remember if I ever played it or if it was on my radar at all. It seems like the kind of game I would have noticed if I'd been aware of, like I would have been interested in it if I'd been aware of it. And it could be something like that I rented from a video store and it was like, I don't like it. But I can't remember. It's been 25 years. It looks like the kind of game I would have been into. Is that turn-based combat? You know how I like turn-based combat. Looks like it. Looks like it is turn-based combat. Well, Final Fantasy VII didn't look much better than this. That came out in 97. 96 or 97? I think it's 97. Hey, Digi. Oh, nice. Thank you. Wow. What is YouTube thinking recommending my stream? Like, barely anyone comes in here. But that's cool. Thank you. Just watching this trailer because somebody brought up the Legend of Dragoon. We're talking about JRPG remakes. And I was like, I don't remember Legend of Dragoon, but I almost guarantee you that I probably was aware of it, and at least maybe I had my eye on it and never bought it. I tried a new idea for combat. No, that's what came up was their Zornkev said, was it Zornkev? Yeah, said that they'd want a Legend of Dragoon remaster. Because we were talking about JRPG remasters. In particular, I was talking about a new remake of Romancing Saga 2, which I never even really heard of that. That they were released in the 90s, and they were released only in Japan. And I guess there's Saga, and then there's Romancing Saga. A couple of the Saga games were released in the United States as Final Fantasy Legends. Like, they're just like, oh, what should we do with these games? Oh, just put the Final Fantasy name on it and release it in America. Or over there, there's people, they don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, Final Fantasy's like, hey, we just made 4 Final Fantasy games. Like, just don't give to them, America. Just don't give it to them. Just give them the 4th one, and call it Final Fantasy 2. Just to fuck with them. They make a lot of odd decisions in terms of like what they make there and what we get here. But anyway, so this Romancing Saga 2 just got a remake that came out about 3 weeks ago, and it's got a reputation for being a series that has a lot of jank, a lot of feature bloat, like just too many layers of features, so they become somewhat unwieldy and not accessible to like wide audiences. Like a lot of people would not find it fun because they don't play very smoothly. And I just discovered it like 2 or 3 days ago, and I became mildly obsessed with this remake that they made. It sounds, because it's doing a lot of interesting things that other JRPGs, like I've never seen done in JRPGs before. But people also did warn that the series in general is kind of jank and the play experience. And even the people who were, the thing is, this is on Steam. What jumped out at me is I was looking at, and I ended up getting Metaphor ReFantazio. I just picked that up today after playing the demo for the last couple of days because I've been in the mood to play a new JRPG. And I got the demos. Both of them have very generous demos. Metaphor, ReFantazio, and Romancing Saga 2. So I downloaded both demos, and I was playing them both. Each one I played for several hours yesterday. So, I mean, in an aside, I've taken the whole week off for my birthday. So, Yeah, so I basically have a whole week to sort of screw around and do shit like that. So I played the Romancing Saga probably for about 2 to 3 hours. And then I played Metaphor, and Metaphor was, I mean, it was like night and day. You play Metaphor, there's so much polish. Everything is so great. But Romancing is still, well, like, I'll jump into it real quick. Boop, boop. I'm not going to play a whole bunch of it, but...
45 seconds of gameplay.
What type of law do I practice? I actually don't, I mean, I am a lawyer, but I work internally inside of a company. And we deal with like class action type stuff, but it's not like I go to court and do all the, when you think about lawyers. Our company handles, like, when there's a class action, they handle the payments.
That long ago, a group of 7 heroes rose up and saved the world from hordes of merciless fiends. Their names were thus: Kazinsi, Subier, Dantarg, Noel, Bakon, Rock Bouquet, Wagnus. It was said they would return, should the world fall under threat once more. Each time that conflict and turmoil descended upon the land, people were reminded of that legend. However, as discord gave way to peace, the legend would slip from people's minds into oblivion.
They call you Rock Bouquet, Brad? Final Minecraft? Interesting. Interesting commentary, Matthews. I mean, I do get the sense from the onset that they're putting some effort into making... They're putting some effort into this game. Into this remake.
Thus, history was doomed to repeat. After years of stability, the veil of peace lifted, revealing another age of division and strife.
It's only a matter of time before fiends attack this town.
We need the legendary 7 heroes to save us. Now, more than ever.
To hell with you fiends! I refuse to cower before you.
Yeah, I don't think the voiceovers are industry, like, top of the industry, but I think they're serviceable for this kind of game.
Once again, the names of the 7 heroes rang throughout the land. those harbingers of justice had returned. And yet,
this is making you hate all video games? This is a strong reaction to what I think is a competent trailer. Demo. Just so you don't get confused and to be like, wait, did I buy this? I can't remember. Oh, demo. Huh. Thank you. Alright. Now that I can go to the other screen. Just realized that the sound was... This has turned you away from all forms of media? Oh man. This just watching the opening cutscene for this game made Kink become Amish? So, and I think the, graphics are super smooth, too. Like, when I was in here before, I spent probably 20 minutes just running around the castle looking at all the rooms, because I thought it was neat. The king's hair makes you want to extinct all the bacteria so life can never again arise? Matus, I mean, I respect your opinion. But I'm a little worried your reactions are disproportionate to the stimulus. I mean, at least before you extinct all bacteria after watching the first 5 minutes of this game, I mean, consider some therapy, man. I mean, I know it's kind of rude to recommend someone do that, but I think you may have other issues you need to work through before you extinct all the bacteria. That's all I'm saying. And this game runs like silk. Slept with all of Matus's wives? Oh my goodness. And these are the save stations. They've got save stations. Is this my current party? Oh well. I'm not going to look too much into that. I just know just walking around the general presentation of this game just felt like really polished. Although I'll admit some of the writing and voice acting, not the best I've ever heard, but that's how I feel about a lot of JRPGs. The question is it bad enough to where I would end up not liking it? Sometimes if it's really bad and stupid, at a certain point I'll just be like, nah, I can't get into it. I can't take it seriously. But yeah, look at this. And then I was poking around out here. You can actually go in these places, and they're all like, well, really well done inside. I'm just like inside this tavern is so warm and cheery. Let's go hang out at the fireplace. You wish you could take things seriously? I'm sure you can. I mean, at this ungodly hour, who knows? You may be tired or high or whatever it is. Something's happening to make it hard for you to take things seriously. And this is one thing I think that was screwing me up. You know how I was playing Metaphor, and I was saying I wished that it would have more analog movement, because it was like the stick. If you push a little bit, you'd walk, and if you pushed it past a certain point, it would just go straight to running. And this has got the controls where it's like literally, if I barely push the stick, he'll like barely walk. Push stick a little farther. It's like a direct analog speed. Sword art. I never looked into sword art online. Head to the Watchman's Nest. Oh. I'm probably going to shut this game off pretty soon. Oh wait, that's just... Can I go somewhere else? There's the sealed cave. I think that's where our first like tutorial mission was at. I thought this was going to be like a watchtower or something. This looks like some terrible monster cave. Oh, Saul Lopez. Hey! Surprise attacks. When the Emperor approaches an enemy in the overworld without it noticing, a marker will appear over its head. The Emperor can strike at the enemy while its marker is active to launch a preemptive strike. Press A to attack while in range. Defeat the Watchman. And I also think the visuals and the music and everything else, it's not as flashy as like Metaphor is, but it's still like really good. The sound and music, everything else. Terrible monster cave filled with angry rabbits. Can I climb back up this shit? Yeah, I can. Climbing, guys. This game's got everything. What do you think now, Brad? I launch a surprise attack. Attacking the enemy on the field causes an encounter to begin with a preemptive strike. When a preemptive strike is triggered, all enemies take initial damage and your movement speed from the first turn is lowered. Furthermore, the overdrive gauge will gain a few points. And this doesn't have the same epics, like the Metaphor's epic music with all the chanting and all that shit and choral shit, but listen to the horns in this. You gotta give some respect for the horns, the prominent horns in this battle music. Gerard now has access to the new spell Fireball. Spells can be accessed in combat using the left button and right button to change tab. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, whoops. I pressed the button that in Metaphor would have been like the look button, like where you can evaluate the enemy's strengths and weaknesses. And this one apparently makes you run away. Okay, it is possible to flee from an encounter at the cost of some BP from the entire retinue. Battles, so it basically takes your spell points away. Battles cannot be fled from if all party members are out of BP. The party will be unable to escape from an encounter for a few turns if the retinue's battle formation is disrupted due to incapacitation or other causes. Okay, that's fine. I can just do it again. I'm still another surprise attack. Surprise, surprise. Okay, one other thing that's kind of interesting about this. Okay, so you've got your hit points and your BP, which is basically, it's whatever for spells or abilities, whatever you have, BP is what you spend it on. There's this other thing here called LP. LP are life points. And life points, you lose a life point every time a character gets killed. Like in a regular JRPG, if a character dies, you can resurrect them, you can use magic to bring them back as long as the whole party doesn't wipe. But in this game, every time they go down, they lose one of those LPs. And if they ever lose LPs all the way down to 0, the character's dead forever. So there's permadeath. And that's where if your Emperor ever goes down to 0, that Emperor dies, and then it skips forward to like their successor. You start playing the new Emperor. Have I tried Octopath Traveler? I have. I tried it on Game Pass a few years ago, and I did stream it. I did stream it once. I was kind of enjoying it, but it didn't click hard. But it was a game where I thought I could see myself like getting into it and finishing it. PTPE has become a Laha, as you can see above. Ha.
It's my turn.
The United Attack.
I'll strike first.
Oh my god. Is it weak to short sword? Okay. Weak to sword. The second was fun messing with their languages? You mean Octopath Traveler 2? You could mess... I don't know how languages factor into it, but... Let's see. Spear attack.
It's okay. You fought well today.
You have leveled up. Alright. Well, you get the idea. Wait, I can't just save the game, can I? Doesn't matter. Because I was just launching the game to show you guys. I'm not like trying to play. I probably am not going to play this in the foreseeable future. But it is definitely on my radar. I have to find out more about if it gets super stupid after the first 3 hours. Like, if the mechanics become unmanageable. Because it made a really good first impression, I gotta say. And playing the first couple hours in the tutorial and the demo made a very good impression. So, and the thing about Metaphor, which is the game that I opted for, Metaphor's got a lot of weird anime-esque stuff that is often... Like, some of the style about it is something that I often don't like. But the thing is with Metaphor is there was so much really good, like the music and the art and everything was so good that it kind of pushed me past that, my sort of instinctual dislike for some stuff that's too anime-y. And I ended up really connecting with the game in a way that Romancing Saga didn't. But when I was playing Romancing Saga, I liked it because it felt like a more... The setting and the feel and the environment felt more classic fantasy RPG. Even though a lot of mechanics are not as familiar. That's right, it's not my birthday anymore. That means I should probably go to bed. I'm actually feeling real tired. And achy. I've been too physical today. And like right now, I'm actually feeling sore and tired of being in this chair. Like I almost feel like I got a rib out of place or something. So I'm gonna wrap this up pretty quick here. In fact, I think I might just go straight to yeah. I'm a little tired. I get this thing sometimes when I've been sitting in my chair too long. And I've been told it's probably either from like weird posture, but it'd be like rib cage irritation. And it can come and kind of like, feels kind of like and now I used to freak out because I thought it was a heart attack. So I went to the doctor a bunch of times when this happened, and eventually they figured out like, no, it's just this, you just sit fucked up in your chair too much. But it comes on a little bit like a Charlie horse around my rib cage, which is like, you know, you could describe that as like heart attack symptoms, but I know it's not. But I'm having that sensation right now, and it's very uncomfortable. So I think that is my cue that is definitely my cue to do a quick ending to the stream. So I can like lay down or stretch out or whatever, just not be in this chair doing this thing. Similarian will have to wait. So I'm going to go very in short order. Yeah, your birthday was a fantastic one. Thank you. I think so. I think it's pretty good. You know, maybe what I'm sensing now is that spicy jerk sandwich I had for dinner is coming back to haunt me. I don't know. All right, here we go. We're just going to do it. We're going to rip it off like a Band-Aid. You know how it goes. Go to sleep and good night. Your eyes are getting so heavy. Go to sleep now. Brad Pritchard, even 23, Kink, Matuzo, Kev, Saul Lopez, go to sleep. Digi, if you're still there, I'll be waiting for you in your dreams, Nixie. Is Nick still there, I wonder? Do you think this time I woke up Jay Maxey with my lullaby again? I don't know. Night, Kink.